KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450. FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT.
The following is a presentation of Yankton Baseball on KYNT, your home team for Yankton Athletics. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Hy-Vee, Dakota Beverage, The Boathouse, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, the UPS Store, First Dakota National Bank, Yankton Medical Clinic, FNBO, Avera, Olson's Pest Technicians, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, First Chiropractic Centers, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Dole Distributing, Missouri River Associates, Vision Real Estate, Mason Schramm and the Move Group, MT&RC Smith Insurance, and Vision Care Associates. Now we go live to the field for Yankton Baseball on KYNT.
We are live at Riverside Field. I'm Josh Boelter here from the Lewis and Clark Classic in Yankton, South Dakota, along with Tehl Tanner this evening. It's going to be Yankton post 12 versus Watertown post 17. As you can see on KYN TV, Watertown's game right now is still going. They trail right now against SMFC 15-7. We'll see here as it stands if obviously a high-scoring game here. We'll see as this plays out. But right now, this one on pace, it could end in 8. If not, the hour 45 time limit will be 6:20. So we're expecting a delayed start to the Yankton-Watertown game, as that should do it for the bottom of the fourth as a runner gets caught trying to steal second. But we welcome in Tehl Tanner here in just a second. Tehl, thank you for joining us today and being the Braden Butler replacement this afternoon.
Yeah, hello, Josh. It's good to be back on a mic with you. Been about a month for me since I've got to do any baseball at the end of the college season for Mount Marty University, my usual beat here in town, and finally get back and call some baseball again. So I'm happy to be here for the Lewis and Clark Classic, which is always a fun tournament going on. And right at the moment, it's beautiful weather out here. High 80s. It's not too windy. And it's just beautiful. Sunny skies, everybody's having fun. There's a lot of baseball yet to be played here today and tomorrow still.
Yeah, looking that way. Yankton, if Watertown loses, I believe by our math, will have clinched the top spot in the Yankton pool. So we'll see, as Watertown is down 8 right now, they would have to make a major rally and then still even beat Yankton just to get to a 3-way tie, which we'll see what happens, but still a lot to go. I guess that was just the first out, actually, the inning. I thought there was more than that. Never mind. Ignore me, as we are live in the broadcast booth, the Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Express broadcast booth. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel Direct, 605-653-2250. Well, Tehl, as you said, this is your first game of the Lewis and Clark Classic. Welcome in, and for those who didn't catch the first couple games, we'll kind of recap what happened in Yankton's journey here so far. First off, they started off against SMFC yesterday morning and won that game 6-5. It was Christian Weir, Yankton's right fielder, who had a walk-off hit in that one to win that one 6-5 to take game one in this classic. Then Yankton had most of the day off and played the nightcap last night against West Fargo. Took that one 7-1 in a big victory there over the Aces. Then today, with Game 3 taking on Blair, Nebraska, it was one of those. Yankton gets down early, Tehl 2-0. They go 7 unanswered, shut out Blair the rest of the way, and are sitting at 3-0 in this tournament. So obviously a really great tournament for Yankton so far.
Yeah, and they're not alone in that. As you mentioned, a couple other teams there. West Fargo sitting at 3-1. SMFC, unfortunately, is 0-3, but they've got a good look right now, 15-7 leading over Watertown. Watertown 1-1 right at the moment. As you mentioned, they've still got a chance. If they're able to turn this game around, then the game tonight against Yankton would have massive standings for them, and Blair finishes 1-3. That was the pod here. There's still a game and a half to go. Watertown SMFC finishing up here in the next 15 or so minutes, as there's a hard stop time in Legion Baseball as well. Even though we're only in the 4th inning here, they're not going to be playing the full 7.
And Yankton did experience that last night against West Fargo, ended after 6 in that victory. But as for Watertown, looking at their journey, they're 1-1. They beat Blair yesterday before falling to West Fargo. So they obviously, if they can come back here and storm back down 8, they could, in theory, create a 3-way dilemma tie there where you would have a scenario where, if Watertown was able to storm back and then beat Yankton tonight, it would be one of those where Yankton, West Fargo, and Watertown would all be 3-1 in this. Yankton would have a win over West Fargo with a win over Watertown, and Watertown over Yankton. So there could be that scenario, but once again, if Watertown happens to lose this game, looks like Yankton will be advancing to Championship Sunday before they even play that game against Watertown later tonight.
Yeah, take care of business in your first 3 games, and then you can relax for the final one. Usually, but not this time, because there's still a lot riding on this one because it's an actual Legion game. As Yankton and Watertown play in the same Legion standings, they're going to try to be meeting in the Legion State Tournament later, eventually going for seeding there. So even if Yankton already has locked up their seed tonight, they still really need to win this one because it counts. It's a counter game, the lone game of this pod for them that counts to the overall seeding.
Yeah, and we'll get into, these teams have a storied history this year alone. We'll get into that here in a couple minutes on your Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, once again, we'll dive deeper into the Watertown-Yankton matchup and their history. For Tehl Tanner, I'm Josh Boelter. You're listening to Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball at the Lewis and Clark Classic here on KYNT. KYN-TV will be back in a few minutes.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Ready to build your next project, but can't get anyone to show up or even give you a quote? Call John Kopp, owner of Kopp Building Innovations. He will show up and he will make sure you are happy with your project. Trust in Kopp Building Innovations. KBI is an authorized WIC builder offering custom solutions. Whether you need a residential garage, an agricultural pole barn, or a commercial building, we will work with you. For more information or to get a quote, visit koppbuildings.com.
Spring is here and the games are just getting started. From baseball season in full swing to NHL and even golf, At the Bar has it all on. Add in local matchups and more, and there's always a game worth watching. With TVs everywhere and a welcoming hometown feel, it's the perfect place to kick back and enjoy the game. So bring your friends, settle in, and be part of the crowd, where every cheer feels a little louder and every moment a little better together. You can watch the game anywhere, but the real fans gather at the Bar in downtown Yankton.
Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton is a proud supporter of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles. Hi, this is Whitney Devine. If you're looking for protection that fits your life, call me or Travis. We make coverage simple. Whether it's your home, car, or farm, we take time to understand your needs and find the right plan at the right price. You'll get personal service, trusted advice, and peace of mind knowing we're right here in Yankton. Call Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton today to schedule your appointment.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
The Boathouse in Yankton is for everyone. They have axe throwing, sports simulators, skee ball, shuffleboard, beanbags, pool, and darts, plus awesome drinks with lots of cold craft beers, seltzers, wines, and great non-alcoholic options. Try their burgers, pizza burgers, wings, fish, chicken strips, and more. Check out trivia on Tuesdays, free axe throwing tournaments on Wednesdays, and live music on Fridays. Some say it's the most fun you can have on land, so head to the Boathouse, downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages.
Being wiser means peace of mind, especially when it comes to your home's comfort. Today's heating and cooling systems are advanced with technology designed to work smarter. Peace of mind means knowing the company you call understands that technology and has the experience to get it right. For nearly 80 years, Kaiser Heating and Cooling has been trusted with knowledgeable technicians and a commitment to doing the job right. So be the wiser and go with Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
Welcome back here on KYNT, KYN-TV. This is your Hy-Vee pregame show where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. I'm Josh Boelter, joined by Tehl Tanner here on KYNT and KYN-TV as we await the end of the SMFC Watertown game to see where things will stand going into the Yankton game and what's on the line in that one for Yankton, as they'll be facing a familiar foe, Mr. Tehl Tanner, in Watertown post-17, a team that they saw 3 times in the high school season. Yankton did go up to Watertown in the regular season in early May on the 3rd and win both those games and kind of shut down the Watertown lineup, winning those games 2-0 and 4-1 up there on the road.
It's exactly what it was. You know, they ended up having a couple of really good games in the regular season. They're able to get the wins right at the start of May, but then they meet again in the postseason, you know, and that's the one that mattered, and that's the one that Watertown was able to get a victory over, ending the season of the Yankton Bucks there in the semifinals of the Class A state tournament. Watertown is the 8th seed. They walk into that one. They upset the 1 seed in the first round. Then they go and upset Yankton in the second round, make it all the way to the championship game. Did fall in the championship game, but what an effort from them right there. You love seeing the Cinderella story. You love seeing a little bit of madness there right at the end of May there. But, yep, the last time they met, it was a 6-2 win for the Watertown Arrows, and now they're ready to play in Legion season once again. In that game, it was 6-0 all the way through 6 innings. It wasn't until the bottom of the 7th that Yankton was able to put something up on the boards. The Yankton's got to get off to a better start today. Yeah, Watertown was hot in that tournament up in Sioux Falls, a rainy weekend, or at least that Friday. I sat up there with our sports director, Braden Butler, and had a tent and everything, and we were ready to go. And then, of course, on Saturday, yeah, we did, courtesy of John Winkler of KCCR. We're still trying to find ways. And you still have the tent. Yeah, so if any of our fine listeners are heading to Pier and we can trust you, we might give you a tent to give to John Winkler of KCCR. We will take open applications on that. So please, if we can trust, I love that. I love that you got to add that. Don't run away with our tent, please. Yeah, well, it's not our tent. If we lose it, it's whatever. It's John's tent. I imagine he wouldn't be happy, but and let me pull up Braden's number here. If you're interested, please call Braden Butler. No, don't actually do that. But, yeah. So anyways, but yeah, once again, this Watertown team did get hot here in the end of the regular season and as well as in the state tournament for the high school season. Played spoiler there in an 8 seed that eventually fell to the champion Brandon Valley
They're the 2 seed that took care of business and went upon and took care of things. As for Brandon Valley, speaking of Brandon Valley, Yankton did play them earlier this Legion season. The lone Class A games that Yankton has played so far, split those with Brandon Valley. So Yankton took care of business in game 2, 9-0, looked really good, specifically the pitching and the offense clicking too, but overall an impressive series to be able to split with the defending high school champions as well there, Tehl.
Absolutely. And that game won 6-5. They lose by 1 run in game 1 and then go out 9-0 against the defending state champions from a week earlier in the high school season. Similar teams, obviously, for Legion, not exactly the same, but it was an impressive effort by Yankton right there. And then in that second game for Yankton, being able to go out and Beck Reichen pitching six innings, allowing nothing, pitching that shutout, full 6 innings, having 6 strikeouts to 2 walks, allowed only 5 hits, no runs, earned or otherwise, full 6. It was really special from Beck Reichen right there. And now we'll see him probably at some point this weekend, if the current score stands ahead of us right now, which once again 15-8 Watertown is trailing. If Watertown falls in this game as the score currently stands, then Yankton, who is 3-0 in pool play here, would just advance to tomorrow, meaning not only are they playing tonight, they will have guaranteed 1 game tomorrow, probably see Beck at some point in there, and love watching him pitch. And yeah, anyways, it was a great performance there.
You mentioned Beck Reichen, him and Easton Fieser, Dakota State commits.
Yeah.
I saw Dakota Stater here earlier today watching Beck play. Unfortunately, Gavin Johnson left with an injury last night and did not play, and we don't expect to see him later this evening as we wait here. Once again, this game with Watertown, between Watertown and SMFC, is 15-8. There's 1 out now in the top of the 5th. Once again, time limit is about 3 minutes from now. They do play through, so we would expect the bottom of the 5th to happen, and then 20 minutes after that, we'll get first pitch between Yankton and Watertown. So we're expecting a bit of a delay here, but Tehl, this one, once again, we talked about, it means a little more for Yankton because, one, there's the revenge factor, but also that game, at least in the pool play, does count towards the Legion standings for both Yankton and Watertown. So I would expect to see, and we'll get into those matchups later on, best on best here is SMFC is going to add another run. That does put them up 8. That is a run rule here, but once again, since it happened the top of 5th, they'd play that or after 5 here. So, but either way, SMFC, even with the time limit, would be set to end this as it stands. So putting up 16 runs on the board. But once again, this one with a little bit of extra stakes for Yankton coming up once again as it counts towards their season standings heading towards the Legion tournament.
Yeah, and they always, you play a little harder when it's a game that's actually a counter. These tournaments, they're very fun. But that's what it is. It's fun for the teams. It doesn't count for your standings. It doesn't count for teams that are chasing a state title. And that's what Yankton is kind of doing this year. But this game tonight, it will count to their standings. And they do need to go get a win. So looking forward to watching this one.
And I was talking to Aaron Fieser, Easton Fieser's dad, before the game. His understanding of it, and I believe this is right, the pool play games do count towards your standings. However, if you see, for example, a Sioux Falls West, who won the Vermilion pool, that will not count towards the season standings, as that is more of the championship part of the Lewis and Clark Classic. So as that ends the top of the 5th, actually here, once again, SMFC adds a run. They lead 16-8, 3 outs away from closing this one. We'll see. They are heading back out. They will play the bottom of the 5th once again here, and that should do it after that. And then once again, we'll have another 20 minutes or so in between the game.
Our 45-minute time limit is what it is, and the start time was 4:35, I believe, which would take us to 6:20. It is 6:19 right now. Yep, this bottom of the 5th will be the final inning, kind of no matter what. So Watertown's definitely got their work cut out for them. If they're unable to win this game, Yankton advances tomorrow instantly.
Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll look at some of Yankton's numbers from the high school season and what we have on them coming into this game as a team, and then maybe look at some individual numbers as well. Once again, this is your Hy-Vee pregame show, Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. I'm Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner here live on KYNT, KYN TV, as we're waiting for Yankton Post-12 Legion Baseball against Watertown. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can! For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask about them about their shipping services or current print specials.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Life doesn't slow down for injuries, and neither should your care. With Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-In Care, you can be seen quickly, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. No referrals, no long waits, just experienced, highly trained surgeons ready to help you heal and get back to what you love. And because we live right here in Yankton, your care stays close to home. I'm Dr. Jeremy Kudera, orthopedic surgeon with Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team, and we're here for you.
Buying your first home? That's a big moment. A happy, feel-good, when's the housewarming party moment. When you're ready to look for a home, start with a local FNBO mortgage lender. We're here to answer questions, personalize the experience, and share our expertise so you can focus on your search. Start your application and get pre-qualified now at fnbo.com. Your mortgage moment is just around the corner, and FNBO will be there every step. Visit our nearest branch or go to fnbo.com. FNBO is an equal housing lender.
In Yankton, community means everything, and at Wilson Trailer, it's the heart of what they do. They're more than manufacturers, they're your neighbors. From sponsoring the Bucks and Gazelles to supporting the next generation of farmers and builders, they're proud to give back to the place they call home. For over a century, Wilson Trailer has stood strong, steady, and rooted in community. Because when Yankton thrives, we all move forward. Wilson Trailer in Yankton. Learn more at wilsontrailer.com.
Are you on track to retire? I'm Adam Waelter, a certified financial planner with Vantage Financial, born and raised in Yankton, South Dakota. My team and I pride ourselves on building trust through clear, honest advice tailored to your unique goals. From retirement planning to smart tax strategies, we'll create a personalized plan to help you feel confident and secure about your financial future. Visit vfplanning.com or search Adam Waelter, Vantage Financial, to schedule a 15-minute call today.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
Have a craving for wings or delicious burgers or pivo fries? Come sink your teeth into the mouth-watering burgers and wings at Checkers Sports Bar and Grill in Yankton. With a menu that's flavor-frenzy, there's something for every fan. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head down to Checkers. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite spot for food, friends, and sports. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Your game days belong at Checkers.
Welcome back here on your Hy-Vee pregame show as Watertown's down to their final out here in this game against SMFC, and then we'll have about 20 minutes or so in between before they play Yankton post 17. Yeah, ish.
It's the ish time.
They might round up somewhere in there, but once that game goes live, obviously we'll have that for you here on KYNT and KYNTV, and by my count, Tehl, that should do it for this game. So Watertown's going to fall to 1-2 in this classic, and by my count, that should, no matter what happens for Yankton, send them to Sunday. Looking at it, they do have that tiebreaker over West Fargo, the win earlier last night, so that should put Yankton in a good spot going into tomorrow. So I don't have times on those, but we'll get those when we get them. So we should be about 20 or so minutes away from first pitch for Yankton and Watertown, 20, 30 minutes, give or take. Now, let's go into some things here. Tehl, I about called you Brady.
I like the things.
Stuff and things, and we're going to start with
the stuff and things.
Yeah, let's do some stuff and things and stuff, and those stuff and things are fans of the game, brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. Whether you're traveling to a home or away game, be sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's, located at 1606 Broadway Avenue. And the fans of the game, look, I'll tell you right now, each and every single one of these fan bases for these schools and these programs showed up this weekend. I've seen a lot of different shirts and stuff for each team. And there's some teams that have done a lot of traveling. Fargo to Yankton is not a short trip, let me tell you that.
We've done it a couple of times when we went to school over in Vermilion there. That's a tough one.
I was telling Braden I'm doing that this fall. I'm going to a Foo Fighters concert up there. So, yeah, Fargo Dome, get ready. I'm coming for you.
Foo Fighters in the Fargo Dome. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Don't ask me how much I spent on those tickets. Actually, compared to some these days, it's not that bad.
That's fair.
Anyways, that's once again, as our board guy today, Cash Mattel, he's going to get mad at me for calling him out. He just sent me Foo Fighters. He sends Foo Fighters. Let's go. So, as we're sitting here, Tehl, we're going to talk about our standing review as well, brought to you by Rondo Westland State Farm. Contact your local State Farm insurance agent, Rondo Westland, to ensure you to have the best coverage at the best price for your home, auto, or life insurance. What we're going to do, we're going to go over the Lewis and Clark Classic standings. Looking here, starting in the Yankton pool, Yankton on top at 3-0. West Fargo second at 3-1. Their lone loss, 2 post 12. As for the rest of it, Watertown just fell to 1-2. After losing to SMFC. SMFC picking up their first win here in pool play with a victory over Watertown, and then Blair finished pool play at 1-3. Looking at the Vermilion pool, it appears Sioux Falls West took care of business in that one. They went 4-0. J.C. Bragger at 2-1 as it stands. Del Rapids is at 0-2. Vermilion at 1-2, and West Central at 1-2. In the Crofton pool, we're still waiting on final results there. Madison is on top as it stands right now. They're 3-1. Sioux Falls East is 2-1. Tabor is 2-2. Mitchell 1-1, and Crofton 0-2. And then looking at the Hardington pool, Seward took care of business there as well as they went 4-0 in pool play. Parkston 3-1. Hardington's 1-2. Dakota Valley 1-3, and Renner 0-3 as well. So it does look like Yankton, as well as Sioux Falls West and Seward have moved to Championship Sunday. We're still waiting on results from the Crofton pool, but as it stands, though, it looks like that Championship Sunday starting to formulate what it'll look like tomorrow.
Yep, exactly. That's 3 of the 4 right there, and the 4th is either going to be Madison or Sioux Falls East right at the moment. Sioux Falls East is playing Mitchell. I don't have a score, but that game is going on right now. With Sioux Falls East, they did fall to Madison, however, so I'm not even sure it matters. Even if they end up 3-1, I think Madison has already done enough to advance as well, because Madison won the head-to-head.
Yeah, and then
so I think we have our 4, actually.
I'm looking for the Madison-Mitchell score. Yeah, that was 10-1 there. I think we do.
Oh, I guess Mitchell still has. I guess Mitchell still could go, but
yeah, but even then, Madison has the head-to-head against Mitchell. So yeah, I think it'll be Madison.
We think
it'll be the 4 there. So we'll see what happens as things go on. We're gonna take a quick break and come back and go over your keys to the game, key players, stuff like that, before we get into this next game between Yankton and Watertown. Before we go to break, I'd like to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, America's Best Realty, ready to stop renting and start owning. Whether you're looking to upgrade or buy your first home, America's Best Realty is here to help you unlock the American dream. Call today at 260-1600. Thanks to Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patience. And Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton, 808 West 23rd Street in Yankton. We're going to take a quick break and continue your Hy-Vee pregame show here on KYNT and KYNT-TV. I'm Josh Boelter for Tehl Tanner. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Need custom clothing for your team, fundraiser, business, or event? Let JJ Benji's make it easy. Forget about taking orders, collecting money, and handing out shirts yourself. JJ Benji's handles everything for you. They create a custom online store with the merchandise you want to offer. Items are ordered and paid for online, and JJ Benji's ships the items directly to them. All you have to do is share the link or QR code. That's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton to learn more about it.
I'm Colby Cookta, one of your Yankton Edward Jones financial advisors. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles on KYNT.
Call 605-653-4860 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
I'm Colby Cookta, financial advisor Edward Jones Yankton, member SIPC.
At Mount Marty University, students get real support and real opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm a business major at Mount Marty University. The professors here at Mount Marty are just amazing. They're very good about supporting me through future internships and jobs that they try and line me up with, and they also provide real life experiences in the classroom through projects and speakers and things like that.
Start your journey online at mountmarty.edu.
Did you ever hear that termites only swarm to feed and mate during the springtime? Well, that's just a myth. Here's the fact. While they do swarm to mate in the spring, termites eat wood 24/7 year-round. In fact, termites cause an average of $5 billion in property damage every year, and that's no myth. A pest professional is your best defense against the devastation rodents, termites, roaches, and ants can cause to your home and family.
Olson Pest Technicians, 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury,
check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Do you struggle with dry contacts? At Vision Care Associates, we have a great option. Infused contact lenses by Bosch & Lomb. Infused lenses are designed to ensure that your eyes stay hydrated and irritation-free, even after a full day of wear. Our doctors specialize in fitting these lenses for maximum comfort and optimal vision. Schedule your consultation and experience the all-day comfort and crisp, clear vision you deserve.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
At H&H Roofing, we don't just fix roofs, we protect families. We're family-owned, locally operated, and dedicated to keeping our community safe and dry. Every nail, every shingle, every handshake, it all matters to us. From repairs to full roof replacements, we treat every home like it's our own. Because when your home is secure, we feel secure. For honest work and dependable results, trust the local team that cares. Call H&H Roofing in Yankton today. We've got you covered.
The Sherco exclusive SureLink wireless remote system features the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology and best-in-class express operation. Operate any Sherco electric product with the SureLink Pro and EZR remotes or with your smartphone using the SureLink app. To learn more, contact your authorized Sherco distributor or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision too. That's why State Farm agent Rhonda Westland is right here in Yankton to help you select the right protection at the right price. Rhonda will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's easy to fall into the weekend warrior routine. A long hike, a hard gym session, a pickup game, or a full day of yard work can feel productive until your body reminds you it hasn't been building up to that load. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. Injuries often happen when the demand suddenly outpaces what your joints and muscles are prepared for. Want to stay active without the setbacks? Visit First Chiropractic Centers today with offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner, inspiring and empowering others to healthier living.
Welcome back here live on your Hy-Vee pregame show as we're still waiting the start of Yankton and Watertown here, the last game of day 2 in the Lewis and Clark Classic. In Yankton looking to move to 4-0 here in the Classic, playing well. Watertown sitting at 1-2, trying to get to 500 here in the Classic. And once again, this does count towards the Class A Legion standings for both of these teams as they're meeting in pool play. So a lot more on the line with that. As we sit here, Tehl, we're going to go over a couple things. First off, no coach interview here in the pregame, which would usually be brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in convenience stores, grocery stores, or on tap at local restaurants. We are going to take a look, though, at your stats in focus, brought to you by Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Located at 2701 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton, or call 665-2020. Whoever set that up for the number to be 2020. Shout out to you. That's perfect. So, anyways, Tehl, we're going to take a look, as you know, it's still early in the Legion season. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some team numbers for Yankton here, both offensively and pitching. You can start wherever you want on that and then go into the other. What are some key numbers as a team that kind of stand out to you for Yankton in that high school season?
Well, first off, the standout is ERA. Team pitching was just so good this year for Yankton. A 1.719. 1.7, ERA as a team, and then you have guys like Sam Goki, a 0.65 ERA, Beck Reichen, a 1.2 ERA. Like, there's some really, really good pitching on this Yankton squad, and that stands out right away. Those two guys both tied for team highs with 6 wins on the mound, both a save as well. Then you go into batting, and you're batting at 285 as a team. Some of the leaders, once again, Easton Fieser, a 421 batting average, 486 for Sam Goki. Back-to-back player of the year right there in South Dakota with a 594 on base percentage as well. Team on base percentage, a 435. Nearly half the time any Yankton player steps up, they're getting on. That is some incredible batting numbers, incredible pitching numbers. Yankton's done a really, really good job this season. Another good stat here, almost as many walks as strikeouts, 149 walks to 152 strikeouts. Some good eyes on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. And overall, and you mentioned the pitching, Tehl, what stands out to me is they have 5 or 6 guys who legitimately can go at any moment. You talk about a Sam Goki, you talk about a Beck Reichen, you saw Boston Frick earlier pitch an inning of relief. He's a guy who makes a lot of starts. Chase Cooley started yesterday against West Fargo and pitched well. It's one of those as well. We saw Jackson Kudera today, a guy who'd only made 3 appearances in the high school season. He comes out and pitches 6 1/3 this morning, gives up those 2 runs in the first, and then it's nothing but a shutout ball from there. And he's going to be back the next couple of years as well. So Ryan Turner's another one who started the first game of this tournament as well and pitched well against SMFC. So Tate Bestie in relief as well. So there's so many guys that this team can go to, and it really is the strength there. So a lot of fun pitchers on this team.
Absolutely. I'm just still looking at it. 64 runs total, giving up 42 earned runs in 171 innings. That's pretty impressive by this team.
Yeah, so once again, that's your Stats in Focus, brought to you by Vision Care Associates. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, we'll look at our keys to the game as well as key player here this evening. We'll talk about it in a couple of minutes. Before we go to break, though, we're going to thank a couple Sportscaster sponsors, including Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. And One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. And Graham Tire, if you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire, because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. We're going to take a quick break, come back, we'll look at our keys and key player of the game. This is your Hy-Vee pregame show. Yankton and Watertown getting close to starting. I'm Josh Boelter for Tehl. Tanner will be back in a couple minutes.
Clean, inspect, test, repeat. That sums up a Comfort Care Club membership at Larry's Heating and Cooling. In the spring and fall, Larry's will come to your home to clean, inspect, and test your heating or cooling system. And also, as a member of Larry's Comfort Care Club, you get discounts on parts and labor, priority service scheduling, and no overtime charges. Clean, inspect, and test. Repeat. The Comfort Care Club from Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, they believe you should understand your dental health, not just receive it. They'll show you your x-rays and photos, explain the why behind any treatment, and make sure you feel confident about your care. And if you have dental insurance, it's a good time to use it. New patient exams and x-rays are often covered at 100%. Learn more at elwoodfamilydentalcare.com, where they take care of the entire family.
Does your insurance agent know you by name? Do you see them at the school pickup or around town? Home and auto insurance is more than just premiums and deductibles. It's about having someone who truly understands you and your family. We take the time to get to know your life, your needs, and what matters most, so you have the right coverage when it counts. Call me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates in Yankton today for insurance you can trust from someone who's truly local.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but not sure where to start? I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With 20 years of experience and a passion for finding the perfect match, I'll work hard for you, answer all your questions along the way, and make it stress-free. Call me at 605-664-5555, and let's get moving.
If it's time to review the look of the signage of your business, let Mayer Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including exterior and interior signage, fleet wraps, digital signs, and much more. They also do logo creation and vehicle wraps. Their technicians arrive on site fully equipped to get the installation done with quality workmanship. With the latest tools and technology, Mayer Signs provides high-quality installation service for any sign. Contact Mayer Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton.
Welcome back here on your Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every hour. We're waiting to get started here between Yankton and Watertown. As we're saying that, we're going to take a look at our keys of the game, brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Vision Real Estate, IGotVision.com. And taking a look at the keys today. One, keeping the offensive momentum. It's one of those, the Yankton Bats have been working here. They're averaging, looking at scoring 6 runs in that first game against FMFC, 7 apiece against Blair and West Fargo as well. So the Bats are working. Got to keep those going, as well as base running. This Yankton team, I compared it to I always talk to Braden about this. It's kind of like the Lions going for it in football. It's frustrating sometimes, but that's how they get it done. Where Yankton, when they're working at their best, they're aggressive on the base paths and like to keep things moving and manufacturing runs. So keep an eye on that. And then closing out pool play on a positive note. Once again, 3-0 so far, so things have already gone well. It looks like they'll be playing tomorrow, but would be nice to see them go 4-0 in pool play and get a Class A Legion win. So keep an eye out. Your keys to the game, once again, brought to you by Vision Real Estate. As for your key player of the game, stop me if you've heard this before. It's Sam Goki, hitting .486 in the high school season, an OPS at 1.229, scored 23 runs. And looking at the back-to-back high school player of the year, and led Yankton in average, ERA, whip, runs, and hits in the high school season. Until he'll be batting second today and pitching as well as we get into this game. So he's going to obviously be heavily involved in this one for Post 12.
As you expect, as obviously back-to-back player of the year, as you just said. And not only is he a back-to-back player of the year, he's the first ever back-to-back player of the year. That's never happened in South Dakota before. And as the broadcaster at our station that covers Mount Marty University, I'm so happy to say he is committed to Mount Marty University, so we get to see that man suit up for the Lancers next spring as well. I'm very much looking forward to covering his college career at the next level. But tonight, we get to see him pitch, we get to see him hit. It'll be a lot of fun, and that's a key player for a reason.
Yeah, and and he's one of those guys that can do a little bit of everything. He can hit. He had a couple good defensive plays. Was our defensive player of the game in Game 1 today after a nice diving play at third base, but can also pitch, as you'll see today, pitcher of the year, and usually hits low to mid-80s on the gun here, improving that from last year too. So he's getting better and better as the years go on. We're going to take another break here as Yankton's getting ready to take the field and do some warm-ups. When we come back, we do have the starting lineups here for both teams. We'll go over those and so much more as we're getting ready to start this one here in a few minutes. But before we do that, once again, we're going to thank a couple of our sponsors here, our Sportscaster Club members, including Sherco, a proud supporter of Yankton Sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. And Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmans ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports. And the Fox Stop, for all your daily convenience and fuel needs. Make a stop at the Fox Stop, serving breakfast and lunch daily, including personal-sized Godfather's pizzas. I know where I'm going after this. 1316 West 30th Street in Yankton, and Rogers Family Pharmacy, a tradition of trust. Rogers Family Pharmacy, located at the corner of 4th and Cedar, under the big blue sign. Yankton has taken the field for warm-ups, so we're still a little bit away here from getting started between Yankton and Watertown. When we have that game underway, we will provide that for you. But for now, we're going to take a break. Once again, I'm Josh Boelter for Tehl Tanner. This is Yankton Post 12 Baseball on KYNT, KYN-TV. Back in a few minutes.
Right now, Moody Motors in Ibera has 6 Expeditions on hand, ranging from brand new to a 2012 priced at only $13,900. Other SUVs on hand include a 2014 GMC Denali, a 2014 Buick Enclave, and a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with the 3rd seat. The right vehicle at the right price is what you'll find right here at Moody Motors in Ibera.
You're in the mood for Moody.
It's sandal season at Boston Shoes to Boots, and we are fully loaded on new inventory and classic favorites. From popular brands like Birkenstock, Chaco, Keen, Atrex, Dansko, Sorel, and so much more. Find the perfect fit and step into something new this season. Boston Shoes to Boots, open 6 days a week, located in the heart of downtown on Cedar Street. See you soon, shoe lovers.
Summer starts here in Yankton. It's the place where weekends turn into lake days, campfires, tournaments, live music, and unforgettable memories. Every summer, visitors help fuel our local economy, supporting restaurants, shops, hotels, events, and over 1,400 local jobs right here in Yankton County. There's something for everyone to explore. This summer, discover why Yankton is more than a destination. Find out all Yankton has to offer online at visityanktonsd.com.
Car troubles never happen at a convenient time. Whether you find yourself with a flat tire, dead battery, breakdown, or in an accident, call Gary's Towing. They've been helping drivers in the Yankton area for over 50 years with light, medium, and heavy towing. Family owned and operated Gary's Towing is the name you can count on, day or night. Call Gary, Mike, or Mason at 605-665-4351. Gary's Towing, where experience means reliability.
Water isn't supposed to be in floors or in ceilings, but leaks and accidents happen.
If that happens, you should call FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration.
They clean it up and restore your home. From burst pipes to unexpected leaks, FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration responds fast. 24/7 proudly serving Yankton, Mitchell, Norfolk, Sioux Falls, and beyond. If your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech.
I'm Chris, the plant accountant here with Parker of Yankton. So let's do some math. 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year, that's 2,080 hours. With our night shift pay differential of $2.35 an hour, that comes out to over $400 extra in your pocket every month. Nearly $5,000 extra dollars a year, just for working the same job on a different shift. Same work, same team, just more in your paycheck. Join us and let the math work in your favor. Learn more at parker.com/careers.
Parker, engineering your success.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community.
CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Introducing the all-new Glow Vitality Bar at Glow Aesthetics Med Spa. Quick, effective in-office injections and IV therapies designed to support energy, immunity, recovery, and overall wellness in minutes. From NAD+ and glutathione for cellular support and glow to B-complex boosts, hydration drips, and fast-acting nausea or pain relief. We make feeling better simple and convenient. Need a quick energy reset, recovering from travel or a long week? It's time to glow. Glow Vitality Bar at Glow Aesthetics Med Spa.
Welcome back here on your Hy-Vee pregame show where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner here on KYNT, KYNT-TV. It's post-12 Legion baseball in the Lewis and Clark Classic as they're getting ready to take on Class A Legion foe Watertown here at Riverside Field in our last game of day 2 here in the Lewis and Clark Classic. Once again, championship play tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and look at a couple things here. First off, your officials of the game. We do not have the name of our fine officials today, but they are brought to you by the the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They're the law on the field. So your officials of the game once again. And now we're going to move into our starting lineups. We do have them for both teams. Brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time. We're going to kick it over to Mr. Tehl Tanner for that, and Tehl, wherever you want to start, whether that's with the visiting Watertown Post 17 or Yankton Post 12, take it away, my man.
I want to start with you, Josh Boelter, in the booth today, and he is calling this game, and we love him. Let's go to the visitors now in our starting lineups in Watertown Post 17. Batting first and out in left field. By the way, the 1, 2, and 3 in the batting order for Watertown is the entire outfield. So out in left field, leadoff batter Cole Hansen. Jackson Fallick out in right field bats second. Marcus Pitkin in center field bats third. You're guaranteed 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. Then you go to Jonathan Lank batting cleanup. He's the catcher. Carter Busker is batting fifth. That's the shortstop. Sam Olson at second base bats sixth. Your 7, 8, 9, Max Sears, DH. Ashton Rabin is at first, and Kane Everson is your third baseman. Your starting pitcher, Jackson McClemens, will be out on the mound for Watertown Post 17. For Yankton, go to the 1, 2, 3. Beck Reichen will be leading off this game. He is the shortstop. Sam Goki will be pitching, and he's batting second in the order. No DH for Yankton Post 12 today. Easton Feeser will bat third. He'll be out in right field. That's your guaranteed 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the inning. Then Liam Villanueva will bat cleanup. He is the first baseman. Jackson Kudera will play second, batting fifth. Tate Bestie bats sixth. He's out in center field. Your 7, 8, 9, Carter Boomsma out in left field. Simon Kampshoff will be at third base, and Caden Hunoff will be behind home plate catching.
And kind of a thing, Tehl, that they've been tinkering with here for Yankton is the way they're fielding this out here. Obviously, Goki will play around on the infield at different spots. We've seen him take some reps at third base, obviously, predominantly, as well as second and first. But since he's pitching, this is something they've been doing. They've been like to get Liam Villanueva a lot more playing time at third base than Easton Feeser out in right field. Sometimes you'll see that. A lot of times others you'll see Feeser at first and then Villanueva DHing. But, yeah, and then with that as well, Simon Kampshoff getting some good reps at third base. And then we talked about with the injury to Gavin Johnson, Caden Hunoff's been seeing the bulk of the playing time here at catcher in this Lewis and Clark Classic. So, it's something to keep an eye on as Yankton tinkering with some things and seeing how some things work. And it's worked so far in this Classic for Post 12, and hopefully for them it works out a little bit longer as they got Watertown here in just a few minutes. We're going to take another break here on your Hy-Vee pregame show where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. For Tehl Tanner, I'm Josh Boelter. We're looking to get started soon here between Watertown and Yankton here on KYNT. KYNT-TV will be back in a few minutes.
There's a moment in every real estate deal that matters more than the contract. It usually happens at a kitchen table. Maybe it's a young couple realizing they can actually afford their first home. Maybe it's a family deciding it is time to build something new. At the Move Group, that's the moment we work for. Not the commission, not the closing. The moment a person looks up and says, we can do this. That's the Move Group. So move with Mason and the Move Group.
Move with Mason.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
At Vision Care Associates, we're always improving our technology for the health of your eyes. With OptoMap dilation-free exams, you get a comprehensive view of your retina without the need for dilation eye drops. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptoMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. Book your OptoMap exam now.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty or utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can! For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask about them about their shipping services or current print specials.
Both coaches admit here at home plate. Got to imagine we're getting ready to start soon here between Watertown and Yankton. I'm Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner here on KYNT, KYN-TV. Yankton will take the field first. Once again, Sam Goki on the bump here for post 12 here this evening. Once again, looking to move to 4-0 in the Lewis and Clark Classic and doing it against a familiar foe. Once again, they're getting ready to take the field. So we are getting ready to do this here, Tehl. Been a long wait, but the wait is almost over, and we're getting ready to play some ball.
This is why I said when we gave an ish time of when the game would start, I always make sure to stress the ish. Ish. It was about 35 minutes ago was the end of the last game. It's the last game of the day. Everybody's kind of understood that, this is it. This is the final one. We can take our time from this point on. Although, if I believe that 1 hour 45 rule is still in effect once the actual game gets going.
And with that, I believe, I don't know the names of these gentlemen, but the same umpiring crew, I believe, from last night. More of a zone that was favorable towards the outside part of it as well as high. Not so lenient to pitchers on the inside and the lower part of the zone. So something to keep an eye on if you're Sam Goki here. And Tehl, I know we just went through the lineup, but we don't even have to go through the batting order. If you could give us a refresher here as Yankton takes the field where they'll be positioned this afternoon.
Yeah, so as we said there, Sam Goki is pitching. Behind home plate is Caden Hunoff. First base, Liam Villanueva. Jackson Cooter is at second. Over at third is Simon Kampshoff. Shortstop is Beck Reichen. Out in left, it's Carter Boomsma. Tate Bestie out in center field. And in right is Easton Feeser. No DH for Yankton today. Sam Goki is pitching. He'll also be batting second in the order.
Yeah, and obviously Yankton knowing that this game does count towards their Class A Legion standings, so they're throwing their best, and I would expect the same for Watertown here today as well, as they know this one counts a little more just a part of an important classic that as things happen here today. But we're getting ready to go here for Post 12 and Yankton throw down, and we are going to do it. Here's Watertown getting ready to take the batter's box and start this one. Leading off for Post 12, or excuse me, for Post 17 is Cole Hansen here today, Tehl. So we're getting ready to get underway, and here we go. Goki's ready. Hansen's ready. Let's do it. First pitch from Goki to Hansen. That's fouled off to start. Once again, Goki, the Class A Player of the Year and Pitcher of the Year in the high school season. And once again, what I loved about the state tournament, we couldn't really tell for sure who was throwing what speed-wise this year. But when we went up to Augustana, they had a gun out there, a radar gun, and kind of confirmed what Braden and I both thought was touching mid-80s, as that one is grounded over to short. Riken on the hop. The throw bounced. They're going to say that took Villanueva off the bag. It was kind of a tough play to make there, stretching out, trying to get Hansen as he reaches on an infield single.
Yeah, 1 up, 1 on now for Watertown. That is a great way to start after, you just had a tough loss that also guarantees that you're not going to be advancing to tomorrow. You don't have a chance of winning the pool here, but you could still end this tournament with a win over a Legion rival in Yankton, and that's a great way to start. Great way to bounce back after the loss just a half hour ago.
Yeah, gave up 16 runs in that game as we welcome Jackson Fallick to the plate. He's looking to bunt here and advance Hansen over to second base. So a runner on here for Post 17 as we start. Goki thinks about throwing that one over at Hansen on first base, decides against it, just keeping the runner honest a little bit, knowing the situation here. It is 86 degrees outside. As that bunt goes high, I think Hunoff will try to get that, maybe tripped over himself or something. It's tough to get up on that, but now Tehl with that kind of takes that bunt situation away, takes that out of play with 2 strikes.
Yeah, it does. Can't do that anymore. You're trying to advance the runner, which I love the strategy early, just trying to get runners on, especially we talked about this Yankton pitching staff. They're just so good. Goki coming out here with a .65 ERA. It's hard to score on this guy, so they're playing a little bit of small ball early.
2 strikes. That one outside for a ball. There is 1 runner on over at first base. That's the leadoff man, left fielder Hansen up at the plate. Fallick, the right fielder. Once again, working a 1-2 count. Yankton, as we mentioned, 3-0 so far in this Lewis and Clark Classic. Runner gets a big lead off first, and Goki's going to check him over there. Doesn't throw, but stares him down just a little bit and sends him back over to first.
As you mentioned, those field conditions, 86 degrees. There is a wind coming in from the southeast, 11 miles an hour, blowing in from left field towards first base.
And Goki gets his first out of the game. Is strike 3 looking on Fallick there. He's going back to the dugout. 1 down here in the top of the first. That'll welcome Marcus Pitkin to the plate. Tehl, that's one thing doing multiple sports here. There's some names I recognize. I recognize that one from the fall for Watertown. For football.
Multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, and you'll see that across really for Yankton's runner goes. That one popped up. He's going to have to get back. And that one's actually going to go out of play. I thought maybe Hunoff was going to be able to get to that one. Went over the net here, and that'll send the runner back after he was trying to head to second. Not a lot of times in those. I understand protective swings, but a lot of times teams will tell their batters, don't swing at that if you know the runner's going. But if you like the pitch, as Pitkin did there, the 3-man, playing in center field. Once again, these 2 teams did meet 3 times in the high school season. Yankton went 2-1, swept the regular season up in Watertown, then lost to Watertown in the semifinals of the state tournament. This is their first matchup in Yankton this season. His runner goes again. The throw not in time. Safe down at second.
Yeah, the throw was on a good line, just a little slow getting out of there. And a successful steal, man, in scoring position already for Watertown. We're 1 out in the inning. Just started this game.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 man on. He's over at second. Goki takes a long look before throwing the 1-1. This one popped up out towards right field. Getting underneath it is Feezer. That'll hold the runner at second base, 2 down here in the first. Fieser, once again, we've seen him only make a few starts out in right field this season, but something that's becoming more of a common occurrence as Liam Villanueva has been getting more playing time and playing a really solid first base in his action that he's seen so far this season, and really has kind of given Yankton the flexibility to switch things around. Villanueva, his bat also going well. He had a double go off the fence earlier today against Blair. Honestly, if that fence wasn't as high as it was, it would have been gone.
Got high 10-foot fences here in Riverside.
At the plate now, the cleanup man, Lake, takes a big swing and a miss at that one, a breaking ball in the dirt. Jonathan Lake, the catcher, batting cleanup. Of course, catcher's got to come up with 2 outs, means you got to rip off the gear and put it all back on again at the end of this inning.
It's got to be annoying.
Oh, I imagine so.
I assume they're used to it, but still.
Lake's going to step out here. He's down 0-1 in the count. 2 outs, runner on second. Once again, we're just getting started here in this game at Riverside Fields. This one's hit over to Kampshoff. He picks up a hop and is going to tag the lead runner out to end the inning. So after the top of the first, nobody left on for Watertown. They do get out of this inning, does Yankton, with no runs allowed either. 1 error from Yankton as well, as we're going to head to an inning break here on KYNT and KYN TV, brought to you by Avera. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the Yankton Bats. I'm Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner, KYNT, KYN TV.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
When pain or injury slows you down, waiting isn't an option. That's why Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-in Care is available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, right here in Yankton. No appointment is needed. Just walk in and you will be seen. It's faster access to the expert care that you deserve from doctors who live and invest in this community. We're not just your doctors, we're your neighbors. I'm Dr. Brent Adams, orthopedic surgeon with the Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team and we're here for you.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
It's Jackson McClemens on the mound for Watertown, post 17 here in the bottom of the first. He'll face the top of the Yankton lineup. 1, 2, 3 is Beck Reichen, the shortstop, Sam Goki, who's pitching today, and then Easton Fieser in right field. No surprises there, and Liam Villanueva once again in the 4-hole here. Your 3-batter minimum once again ending with Fieser. But it'll be Beck Reichen, who led the team in walks in the high school season, and struggled at the first part of the season, ended up getting his batting average near 240 by the end of the high school season. Really kind of turned it on there, and of course, committed to Dakota State. He just signed a few weeks ago and will be there along with Easton Fieser as well. He takes that first pitch inside for a strike. Reichen might have thought that was a ball as he kind of backed out of the box on that one. Second pitch, breaking ball, strike. Reichen down a quick 2-0 before the bat even leaves his shoulders, Tehl.
Well, this is the start you want from McClemens. 2 pitches, 2 strikes right away.
So Reichen once again, here the 0-2. This one bounces in front of the plate, make it 1-2 on the count. Here on Yankton's leadoff man, the shortstop. Once again, you can see a couple boats out on the water right now if you looked out towards left field on the wide cam. As I switch it back over here. It's one thing we're getting used to. I was talking about it earlier. A lot of times you'll see me running scoreboard today, running graphics in camera. Unless something goes wrong, then it's still Braden Butler doing it. That one's fouled off by Reichen. I told him that's what I was going to say, and I was talking to Easton Fieser's dad as well as Carter Boomsom's dad. That's what I told them too. If anything goes wrong tonight, it's Braden Butler's fault. This pitch, low for a ball, evens the count at 2 apiece. So Reichen battling back here a bit, Tehl. Since getting down 0-2, fouled one off and has taken a couple pitches as well. This one hit by Reichen out towards left field. It's going to be caught for the first out of the inning. Getting underneath that one is Hansen, the left fielder, once again for Watertown to record the first out of the bottom of the first.
You mentioned guys to blame if things are going wrong. I'm not used to having that. I'm just so used to being, first chair, and now I get to take a back seat to you today. This is nice. Something goes wrong, I get to just blame you instead, and you get to blame Braden, and it all comes back to blaming Braden.
Exactly. I like that. We blame Braden, so he couldn't be here tonight, but sends his best wishes. Sam Goki at the plate once again hit .486 in the regular season in high school. Player of the year and pitcher of the year in Class A. Back-to-back indeed, as he's going to foul that one off back towards us. Make it 2-1 on the count here on Goki.
A quick first 3 pitches, too. Those came in quickly.
Wow. And there's some pitchers, Tehl, you'll see that'll take their time, be a little more deliberate with it. That's not the case with McClemens.
He gets to work.
And one thing I like Yankton's doing so far, Tehl, they've forced some long at-bats. That's what you want to do. Let your guys behind your first couple batters see some pitches, and what he's offering out there when you can get 5+ pitches in an at-bat in his first couple innings is that one's out for a ball. Full count here now to Sam Goki.
Goki with a .594 on-base percentage, a .486 batting average. Full count.
He fouls that one off. We'll do it again. I'm glad I didn't say it because usually when I say payoff pitch, it never actually pays off. Braden and I talk about this all the time. I think we've seen maybe 2 or 3 times this season when we've said payoff pitch and it's actually paid off. So
we'll see if you just say it every time, then it ends up happening. Right. So you could say it again here.
Payoff pitch.
There you go.
Payoff pitch. I'm chanting. Here we go. 3-2 to Goki.
And it was.
And it paid off. It's another strikeout for McClemens. There on Goki. Don't see that too often.
Not at all. Only 11 strikeouts the entirety of the high school season, and that was through 97 plate appearances, 74 at-bats, only 11 strikeouts there.
Here comes Easton Fieser playing right field today, usually out at first base. He takes first pitch strike, slugging first baseman for Yankton, led the team in home runs with 2 in the high school season. Only close behind him was Simon Kamshoff, who had one as well. Is that one in for a ball? Fieser the 1-1. Outside, make it 2-1. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the first. Still no score. But early in this game, and 2 good pitchers on the mounds with McClemens and Goki. That one outside to Fieser as well. Make it 3-1. So got to assume he's got a green light to swing here with the 3-1. And does. Fouls that one off. Full count. Once again, a lot of pitches here. You want to keep it around 15. Still in that ballpark with 17 for McClemens here in the first.
Shall we say the payoff pitch?
The payoff pitch. 2 outs, nobody on. Fieser's going to take it, and it pays off. He'll take the walk down 90 feet to first base. So Yankton's got its first base runner of the day as Easton Fieser walks, and that'll bring Liam Villanueva to the plate once again, getting more playing time as the year's gone on, and getting the start at first base here in Game 2 and of today. Had a nice hit against Blair earlier, a double. That one, they're going to say it's a ball. Check swing there from Villanueva. It was close. Villanueva gets the call, and it's going to stay 1-0. 1 on first for Fieser. 2 outs. Clemens the pitch high, make it 2-0.
That's number 20 of the bottom of the first for McClemens.
Once again, want to make this guy throw some pitches here. Really quality pitcher as he gets a strike in on Villanueva, make it 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Villanueva. That bounces in the dirt in the left batter box. Make it 3-1. So
in a spot of trouble right at the moment. Got to get out of this batter here. 2 outs on the board. And on first, a walk here would put a man in scoring position for Yankton post 12.
And with Jackson Cooter on deck, a guy who, that's ball 4. Villanueva's going to walk. So back-to-back walks here for post 12. And McClemens kind of laboring out there, throwing a lot of pitches and giving up a couple walks. And that'll bring Jackson Cooter to the plate, as I was saying, Tehl, a guy who really starting to come along this season and was second on the team in RBIs in the high school season. So once again, timely hitting is his thing, as that's going to be grounded over to third. The throw to first is in time. So post 12 is going to strand 2 here in the bottom of the first, and we are scoreless after 1. I'm Josh Boelter for Tehl Tanner. We're going to take an inning break brought to you by Avera here on KYNT, KYN-TV. Sam Goki on the mound when we come back.
Upgrading your home? That's a big moment. A happy, feel-good, we're getting a home office moment. When it's time to renovate or relocate for your growing family, our local FNBO mortgage lenders provide the personalized experience and expert guidance to make the home financing process go smoothly. We handle the details so you can focus on making the house your home. Your mortgage moment will be memorable, and FNBO is here to get you there. Visit our nearest branch or go to fnbo.com. Equal housing lender.
Are you on track to retire? I'm Adam Waelter, a certified financial planner with Vantage Financial, born and raised in Yankton, South Dakota. My team and I pride ourselves on building trust through clear, honest advice tailored to your unique goals. From retirement planning to smart tax strategies, we'll create a personalized plan to help you feel confident and secure about your financial future. Visit vfplanning.com or search Adam Waelter Vantage Financial to schedule a 15-minute call today.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
Sam Goki back on the mound here in the top of the second. It's 0-0. Josh Boelter as well as Tehl Tanner. That's where I have to catch myself a little. I've almost said Braden Butler a couple times. I'm used to it out of habit. We got Tehl Tanner with us today.
As long as we've known each other, man.
I know.
I tell you what.
I know. It's just habit where, like, I have a script and I stick to it. Here's Sam Goki out, and he had a good first inning. Tehl, only runner that reached was on an error on a throw over to first base. So a good inning for Yankton's top guy on the mound. We're at 0 apiece here in the second, and that pitch outside for a ball. Kind of a weird landing for Goki as well on that one.
I'm still going to try not to be offended. I know you've known Braden since you guys were like kids, but man, we've been calling games together for what is it, like 8 years now?
That one hit past Kampshoff. It's just a force habit, trust me. It's nothing past that, I promise you. It's that one. We do have our first base hit of the game.
That was a great one, too.
That was Carter Busker up there hitting. Now that'll welcome Sam Olson to the plate. So Watertown working with a man on, nobody out here in the first, just like they did last inning as well.
Yeah, got the leadoff man on last time from an error on Yankton. This time they just get him on the hit.
Throw over, not in time. Goki likes to do that, though, and just keep the runners honest. Checks over again, getting ready to throw to Olson. Lefty now will have to wait as Goki throws over again there. And unlike the majors where the limit is 3 and then you have to get him out, it's unlimited here. So Goki can keep this song and dance going all night if he wants to. Don't think he will, as that pitch is in for a strike, looking on Olson to start this at-bat. Once again, still scoreless here, but we're just getting started just in the second inning here between Yankton and Watertown. Yankton 3-0 in the Lewis and Clark Classic. Watertown 1-2. They just lost to SMFC 16-8. Another throw over here.
Is that number 3?
That is number 3. Number 3 and a stare down as well.
Let's see how many times he throws at him. Just want to keep him there. Want to freeze him there. Carter Busker over there at first.
And he's going. Good reason why. The throw high. He's safe. So runner at second with no outs here. Wonder why Sam Goki's throwing over there. That's why. Although I'll admit, as a baseball fan, it kind of frustrates me to watch. Like, it's something where I'm just like, keep throwing. But, you know, there's a lot of strategy to it and sound reason to it. As Busker's going to be over at second. Olson at the plate, the lefty with a 1-1 count. Goki steps off again, stares down.
That's what happens whenever you got a good base runner out there. You just got to let him know you're there. Try to keep him on the bag.
This one fouled off, makes the count 1-2. Once again, different catcher for Yankton today. It's Caden Hunoff with the injury to Gavin Johnson. Hunoff did catch 2 games, but they're both in the last 24 hours or so. Caught the first game yesterday and then had to come in and relief for Gavin Johnson and then caught this morning's game as well. So starting to get accumulated, but his first time catching from Sam Goki this season, or for Sam Goki. Here's the 1-2. High for a ball, make the count even at 2 apiece.
I got a pleasure to watch one of the best base runners at the college level and the NAIA level all throughout the spring, and Jalen Owens at Mount Marty University ended the season with like 47 stolen bases, and pitchers just throw at him all the time.
Impressive number. High chop to Reichen. The throw in time out, but runner does advance. So 1 out with a runner on third here. Olsen is retired, but gets the job done and moves the runner to third base on a high chop to Reichen over at short. Now we'll see if Watertown can capitalize with Sears at the plate. Max Sears here for Watertown. You ever go shopping at Sears much, Tehl?
Is there a Sears anywhere near us?
There was one in Sioux City in the mall for the longest time where that arcade is.
Oh, okay.
By the Shields there, but
Sure.
Now that's been gone for a while. So that's
Falls probably closest
Yeah, I would guess. I don't know how many are there left. It was a popular store, obviously, when you were younger, but some things come and go.
Well, now I need to Google this, how many Sears stores are out there. I'll have an answer for you all in just a moment.
As Max Sears does foul one off. This one hit into center field. It's going to be caught. Runner's going to go home. The throw holds him up, and he's going to have to return. He'll be safe, but a good throw in from center field. Tate Bestie, who we know has a gun out there, had it out early yesterday, Tehl, where he was able to catch a pop fly and then get a runner out at first who was a little too greedy out there. So he freezes the runner, and that's huge now as Goki's just 1 out away from getting out of this jam.
Oh, wow. Update on Sears for those of you that really wanted to learn about this during the baseball game. There are 5 Sears stores left across the country. They had 3,400 back in 2018. Went bankrupt. There are 5 Sears left.
Wow.
Wow.
The more you know.
That's less than I thought.
Yeah, same here. And it was a super popular store when we were growing up.
So there's one in Braintree, Massachusetts.
I was
There's
gonna
one
say,
in Concord, California, El Paso, Texas, and there's 2 in Florida, Orlando and Coral Gables.
Wow.
So the closest one to us would be Texas.
And I don't think I'll be going there anytime soon.
Probably not.
2-0 count. Here on the 8-man, it's Ashton Rabin, first baseman for Watertown. Once again, a runner on. Scoreless here in the top of the second. 2 outs. Goki's got a 3-0 count now on Rabin, struggling to find the zone here in this at-bat.
Goki only threw 11 pitches the entirety of the first inning. He just threw his 12th in this one. 2 outs on the board, though.
I don't even know how, but by averages of Sam Goki, he's about to get out of this inning. But that not here against Rabin, as he's going to issue a 4-pitch walk. That one low on the breaking ball. It's now coming up to the plate is the 9-man. It's Kane Everson with runners on the corners. 2 outs here for post 17 as they're trying to start the scoring here. So now we're going to get a mound visit for Sam Goki. Caden Hunoff, once again, the catcher, just having a little conversation out there about how they want to handle this. Once again, runners on the corners, 2 outs in a 0-0 ball game. And we've talked about it kind of at length here, Tehl. More than just a Lewis and Clark Classic game. This is also a Legion standings game for these two teams. Something that could obviously play a factor later this season. Here's the pitch from Goki.
A couple of teams that have both been championship hunting the last couple years, been high seeds and making runs.
Yeah, and even when they're lower seeds, Watertown at 8 this year making a run, and these two teams are very familiar with each other. They played 3 times in the high school season. Yankton won the 2 regular season matchups, but Watertown took the last one in the semifinal of the state tournament before they eventually lost to Brandon Valley. But now meeting here in the Lewis and Clark Classic in the last game of pool play. We don't have official start times on tomorrow or opponents, but we know as it stands, Yankton going to be in that one. Count is 0-2, by the way. Umpire just flashed that. I know it was kind of waiting a minute on the scoreboard, but it is 0-2. So Goki 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. He's not going to get it on that one. That one's high and outside for a ball.
It'd be a big out if he can get this right here and put up another 0 in back-to-back innings, especially when you had a leadoff hit and then a stolen base. You've had a runner in scoring position this entire inning. Trying to finish him and strain him there.
Here's Goki. This one hit back over to short. Reichen gonna throw to first in time. So 2 runners stranded for Watertown as Sam Goki gets out of the inning. And after 2 innings of work, it is 0-0 for Sam Goki. We'll see the Yankton Bats in the bottom of the second. We're going to take an inning break brought to you by Avera. I'm Josh Boelter. Tehl Tanner. We'll be back with Post-12 Baseball in 60 seconds.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
Bottom of the second here, Watertown 0, Yankton 0 here on KYNT, KYN TV. I'm Josh Boelter. Tehl Tanner joining me today as the Yankton Bats back up. They did get 2 walks here on Jackson McClemens in the first inning, but were not able to score. Is now Tate Bestie at the plate, and he's going to have a first pitch at bat. That's grounded over to short. On the throw is Busker. And they're going to say safe, Tehl. That throw was a little high, and it pulled the first baseman off the bag, resulting in Bestie reaching safely to start this inning.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to start if you're Yankton.
Yeah, exactly. Getting a hit there. We'll see. I think that'll be scores a hit, but either way, we'll see. Here's this one. Continues on. Carter Boomsma, he's got some speed, and Tehl, I'm telling you right now, get ready. This is going to be a bunt.
Showed it.
Yeah, he will. And he beat out a couple in game 1 of this tournament. Won our offensive player of the game against SMFC. Had 3 hits, including an RBI single, and reached safely on 2 bunts, and then stole 5 bases in that game. His throw over on Bestie not in time. Bestie can also steal if needed. He stole 5 bases in the high school season, so he can move too. Quarterback wide receiver duo for Yankton this last fall as that one's fouled off on the bunt attempt. Make it 1-1 here on Carter Boomsma. Boomsma did not get the start in game 1 today, but did come in courtesy run at some point, and I can confirm he had Chaparros for lunch. I ran into him and his folks there.
Thank you for the update on the pregame meal.
Yeah, so the answer of what Carter Boomsma had for lunch, it's Chaparros.
That's a good pregame meal right there.
Yes, it was.
I could use that for dinner, actually. See what time we get out of here. Were they closed, 9:30?
I think 9:30. So now that one, I think, made some contact with Watertown's catcher.
Got past the pad there. Not sure where it hit him, but.
And the catching is Lake. And now, Tehl, once again, we talked about it last inning. That takes away the bunt opportunity for Carter Boomsma here, but now I wonder if they'll consider sending Bestie. Once again, he can steal. Again, Coach Lawrence down there at third base gives the signal. To what? We'll find out. And it is to send Bestie here, but Boomsma's got to take a protective swing and puts a nice swing on it down the left field line, foul. We'll do it again. So still 0-0 here on KYNT, KYN TV, but a lot of baseball left to be played in this one. We're just in the second inning.
What was our official start time? It was right at 7, was it not?
I believe right around 7 o'clock, and Carter Boones is going to take a trip back to the dugout. Strike 3 looking on that one. McClemens with another punch out there of Carter Boomsma. Now Simon Kamshoff to the plate. He had a good game one today. Had a 2-run RBI double, and Yankton trailed 2-1. One of the younger players on this team getting the start at third base, and has been seeing more and more playing time there, especially when Sam Goki's on the mound. He got the start at second base earlier today as well, so guy who's working himself into more and more playing time, just like Jackson Crudo, both young players on this team. And his throw attempt at Bestie not in time. Once again, count still 0-1 on Kamshoff, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Yankton still looking for their first hit, as this one is grounded past, and they'll have it. It's Simon Kamshoff. Runner will be held at second, but Kamshoff picking up right where he left off in game one today, Tehl. The nice base hit past short.
And right when you said it, Yankton looking for their first hit, and there it is. So let's say it. Yankton is now looking for their second hit.
Now looking to do that is Caden Hunoff. When we talk about timely hitting, he had a nice piece of hitting in game one of this tournament. It was tied at 3 apiece, and Caden Hunoff came up and had an RBI single to make it 4-3. Was not the game-winning hit, but obviously in a big spot there, as this one's popped up out towards right. And it will be caught for the second out of the inning. Making the grab out there is Fowlick out in right field. So now 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Still 2 on, 2 out for number 2. Beck Reichen as the top of the lineup comes up here for Yankton. Again, scoreless here. As McClemens takes a long look at Bestie over there, as that's inside for a ball.
Scoreless, but Yankton in position. Back at the top of the order with the runner leading off a second.
Trying to break the scoring here as Beck Reichen takes another pitch inside, make it 2-0. Waiting in the wings if we get past this at bat here in this inning. It's Sam Goki on deck. No, he's chomping at the bit there as Reichen takes a strike, and Clemens Tehl 3 pitches so far in this at bat, really working Reichen inside. Finally gets a call in that part of the zone, but all 3 pitches on the inside part of the plate. He's going to step off here and take a look at Bestie, and that's going to go down as a balk. Yeah, right there. So
I wondered.
Yeah, and here's the thing about that, Tehl. Well, it doesn't change anything sack fly-wise. Maybe a pitch gets passed and Bestie can get home. Or if Reichen's able to get a hit, that probably scores 2 now instead of just 1.
That it does. That could end up being a big one depending on these next couple pitches.
And that's hit on a line by Reichen. Picked up over at third. Fired in time to end the second inning. Nice play by Everson over at third base. So Yankton strands 2, and we're scoreless through 2 here on KYNT, KYN TV. We're going to take an inning break brought to you by Avera. When we come back, Sam Goki on the mound.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury, check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, right here in Yankton, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Rhonda and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Rhonda Westland, it's easy to switch and save. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All right, here we go in the top of the third. It's the top of the Watertown lineup here on KYNT, KYN TV. 0-0 Tehl. Here I'm Josh Boelter. Once again, just a really good pitching matchup here between Goki and McClemens as we keep things going here in this one.
Yeah, we're back at the top of the order. As you said, Cole Hansen is going to be the first man up. He led off this ball game, reached on an error in the first at-bat. It was not the best way to start for Yankton. You know, the very first batter up, a throwing error to first base, you get him on, and then all of a sudden, you got a man on right away. Yankton does respond, however. The next 3 batters, they're able to get out and end the inning, leave them stranded.
So the leadoff man has gotten on in both the first 2 innings here for Watertown, but Sam Goki's done a good job of shutting that down here and looking to do so here in the third, but maybe without the base runner is what he's hoping. Is that one low in the zone for a strike. You can tell Hansen thought about taking a hack at that one, but decided against it, and it's called a strike either way, and he's now down 0-2.
There was pitch 30 right there for Goki, by the way.
That one outside for a ball, make it 1-2. Once again, a beautiful Riverside Park field. You can see it here on our wide camera. Really hot today.
Yeah.
I think you said first pitch temperature is 86.
Yeah. Starting to come down a little. I think we hit 90s today.
I was going to say, I saw on the National Weather Service, they were forecasting a high of 96 today. I'm glad it didn't reach that.
I was really, really hoping it wasn't going to reach that, and it did not.
This one grounded over to second. Kudera on the hop. The throw over to Villanueva in time for the first out here of the third inning. So, Sam Goki giving up just 1 hit so far. Fallick, the right fielder, now up to bat. And like we talked about, the entire outfield, the 1, 2, 3 batters for Watertown, with Pitkin on deck. Goki, first pitch to Fallick is in for a strike. Took a little bit off that one with a breaking ball in the zone.
Once again, this is the right fielder, Cole Hansen, out in left, and up next on deck, Pitkin in center. I always find that interesting. 1, 2, 3, and it's all the outfield.
This one popped high towards Riken, and he's going to get underneath it. Record the second out here of the third.
So 2 up, 2 down, a ground out to the second baseman, fly out to the shortstop, and that'll bring up Marcus Pittman again, who flew out to right field. It was shallow right, the second out of the first inning. Now back here for the third.
Yeah, now working with 2 outs and nobody on here in the third. And Goki, as you can tell, getting some quick outs here as he gets strike one looking on another breaking ball. Gone to that these first couple pitches of some of these at-bats this inning back-to-back here. Now Goki, the 0-1, in for another strike, make it 0-2 on Pitkin. Once again, Pitkin, the center fielder. If he gets on, it'll be Lake, the catcher, up next. He's on deck. But 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here for Sam Goki and the Yankton defense. The pitch. Call the ball high in the zone, maybe outside there as well, but close.
A couple of Yankton players started running to the dugout.
That's one, you know, when there's 2 strikes, sometimes umpires will be a little more lenient with their zone, saying that if it's a 3-0 count, but that one was close, and next one, a ball as well, evens up the count at 2 apiece. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here in a 0-0 ball game in the top of the third. This one grounded over to short. Riken is going to be able to stop it, but not get it. Stops it from rolling into the outfield, but it'll be a base hit for Pitkin, and this inning will continue on after that sequence.
It was a well-hit ball. Made the shortstop run quickly to the left towards third base, away from first base. It had to get full extension just to stop it from getting out into left field. By the time Riken was able to handle it, already on the bag was the runner.
Jonathan Lake now the catcher. The 4-man as Pitkin goes. The throw not in time. He'll be safe down second, and just like that, we're in scoring position for about said the Arrows, but it's not. It's post 17.
They do have arrows on the jersey, though, so I feel like we can be a little more lenient
well,
with this team.
And that's something we talked about. I think Braden was telling me somewhere it's listed as the Yankton post 12 bucks as well. So
interesting.
Maybe that's kind of loosening up a little bit here in Legion Ball, but post 12 once again here with 2 outs. Sam Goki trying to get out of this inning. Watertown has had a runner reach every single inning of this game so far, as that one's a ball to Lake. And get in scoring position, but have not been able to score yet. One of the benefits of having Sam Goki, even if he gets himself into a jam, he can get himself out of it. Has done so far today. Here's the 2-0. This one outside for a ball, make it 3-0.
That's an important note that you just said. Even they haven't just had a runner on, they've had a runner at least on second in every inning so far.
Yeah. And Yankton getting some runners on too as well. We saw it last inning at second and third, and not able to capitalize. So both these pitchers, giving some stuff up, but have been able to shut it down as that's a 4-pitch walk to Lake. And Goki went from 1 strike away from ending this inning to all of a sudden putting 2 men on.
That's going to be his second 4-pitch walk of the day as well.
We are going to get a courtesy runner here for Lake as he's the catcher. Coming in to run is Lincoln Shutt. Once again with 2 outs, runners going on contact here. Don't think you'll see a double steal attempt, but you never know. Goki taking a long look down at second with runners on as he gets a first pitch strike. Going back to that breaking ball there on the first pitch to get the call. At the plate, the 5-man. It's Busker. He's down 0-1. Now 0-2.
Goki with the chance to get out of this inning and leave 2 on. It's what he's done throughout the first couple innings, even though they've had runners in scoring position. 0s on the board.
Sam Goki. 2 on, 2 outs, 2 strikes. This one popped up. It's going to go out to left field. Boomsma underneath it. Makes the catch to retire the side. So Watertown strands 2 here in the top of the third, but not able to take advantage as it stays 0-0. We're going to take an inning break courtesy of Avera. I'm Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner, KYNT, KYN-TV. When we come back, the Yankton Bats.
It's easy to fall into the weekend warrior routine. A long hike, a hard gym session, a pickup game, or a full day of yard work can feel productive until your body reminds you it hasn't been building up to that load. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. Injuries often happen when the demand suddenly outpaces what your joints and muscles are prepared for. Want to stay active without the setbacks? Visit First Chiropractic Centers today with offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner, inspiring and empowering others to healthier living.
When it comes to Medicare, you deserve local, personal help, not a call center. I'm Jen Great with Missouri River Associates, right here in your community. I'll sit down with you, answer your questions, and help you find the coverage that fits your life. Call 665-6885 to schedule your free consultation. Missouri River Associates, your hometown Medicare resource.
2, 3, 4 men up for Yankton here in the bottom of the third. I'm Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner here on KYNT, KYN-TV 0-0. And Tehl says he has something funny to say. So, say something funny, funny guy.
Well, now I don't want to, now that you said that.
No, I wanted the humor. I'm sad now.
I got a text during that break. Our own Scotty Borman, one of our part-time workers who works in news with us, is making fun of me for being hot up in this booth. He's out kayaking.
That one hit deep out to left, but caught for the first out. It was Sam Goki, so he's out kayaking.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Is he listening to us while kayaking?
I don't know. Well, technically, he said this morning. I should have been with him taking kayaks out earlier, and he's saying he's making fun of me for being hot. How dare you, Scotty? It is hot out here. But you know what? We got a baseball game in front of us, long shadows on the field. We're going to be playing under the lights soon enough, and that's fun.
Yes, it is, as Feeser fouls one off. And once again, the heart of the Yankton lineup here. Goki saw one he liked and gave it a nice little drive there, Tehl, but found a glove out and left. And McClemens taking care of business as things go on. That pitch outside to Feeser. 1-1 count, 1 out. Or 2-1 count, actually, here in the bottom of the third. This one hit in between third and short. That's going to be a base hit for Easton Feeser. He reaches Yankton's right fielder today on again for post 12. Now with Liam Villanueva at the plate. Yankton trying to take advantage. Once again, each team's been able to get some base runners, but not score yet as McClemens and Goki are responding well and shutting things down as Liam Villanueva takes a first pitch strike here. Once again, 0-0 ball game, 2 hits and 1 error apiece for both teams, but still score stays at 0 as now it's a quick 0-2 on Yankton's first baseman, the 4-man, Liam Villanueva. The 0-2 to Liam. He's going to hit this out to left field. Will it get down? No, caught out there in left for the second out. So once again, another out. And the ball gets driven out to left, but finding the glove of Cole Hansen out there for the second out here of this inning.
Yeah, the second time Hansen making plays out in left here.
Liam did give that one a good drive. Even had a little more power on it than Sam did on his, but once again, same result. Find the glove as that one outside. We welcome Jackson Kudera to the plate here for post 12. This one a ball, make it 2-0. We should mention, it's still a lot of baseball left, but if this does go to extras, they do, in the Lewis and Clark tournament, apply the extra innings rule in Major League Baseball. Actually, as that one's in for a strike, where you'll see a runner on second base in extra innings. So that's
something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
The issue is, since we got a hard out at an hour 45, it's unlikely because
unless it's tied. Unless it's tied, then they'll keep going. We'll do this all night. So
we'll go 0-0 until the 12th inning.
Yeah, and the way these pitchers are going, even though they're giving up hits, they're pretty determined to keep it that way, even if these lineups are still having some success getting on base. Here's the pitch to Cooter. This one hit out to left as well. Hansen underneath it to catch it. He records all 3 outs this inning. Yankton strands 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. So after 3, it's Watertown 0, Yankton 0. I'm Josh Boelter. Tehl Tanner here on KYNT, KYN-TV. Inning breaks are brought to you by Avera. When we come back, Sam Goki on the mound in 60 seconds.
There's a moment in every real estate deal that matters more than the contract. It usually happens at a kitchen table. Maybe it's a young couple realizing they can actually afford their first home. Maybe it's a family deciding it is time to build something new. At the Move Group, that's the moment we work for. Not the commission, not the closing. The moment a person looks up and says, "We can do this." That's the Move Group. People before transactions. Visit themovegroup.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Top of the 4th here, 0-0 between Watertown and Yankton. It's Sam Goki on the mound. He's given up 2 hits, and there's an error, but most importantly, no runs. We welcome you back here on KYNT, KYN-TV. It'll be the 6-7 8 hitters for Watertown here in the 4th. And once again, these two teams just trying to break the scoring here on KYNT and KYN-TV.
I mentioned 0-0 going into the 12th. That wasn't a random number I pulled out. I watched a 0-0 game going into the 12th inning last summer, professional game down in Kansas City. Royals-Red Sox, 0-0 after 11. Royals walked it off in the 12th, 1-0. It was beautiful.
The Red Sox lost. Shame.
Coming from a Yankees fan
Shame.
over here.
That one in for a strike here to start the 4th inning from Riverside Field.
I'd love to talk about losses for professional teams, but I root for the Rockies. So,
Sam Olson at the plate. This one hit out in the outfield, a high pop-up. Looks like it underneath it is Tate Bestie, and he will record the first out of this inning. Here, so Sam Goki with a quick out to start. You know what the Rockies, you look at it, at least they're not the Mets this year.
Yeah.
They spent $370 million, and they're in last place, not just in their division. Last I checked, I think in baseball. They might have hopped out of that since then. I haven't looked at the standings in a minute, but either way, $370 million. The worst team money can buy, they're saying.
You can only have one good team in a city. They're suffering for the Knicks' success.
Yeah, strike one there, and I'll say this. The Yankees are in playoff contention right now. Will probably make the playoffs, but yeah, the Knicks.
Oh, there you go.
The Knicks are
That's just
very, very good. That's just kind of expected for the Yankees, though, as Sears swings at that one to make it 0-2. But yeah, the Knicks up 2-0 in the finals. A close game last night. Honestly, I thought they might have been close to blowing that one, but able to hang on off a bad turnover at the end there. But
still had a chance for that game-winning shot at the end as a strikeout comes in here for Max Sears, but Wemby just missing that final shot.
Then the NHL Stanley Cup Finals going on right now. Vegas and Carolina. That's tied at 1 apiece. Both teams that have won have come back to win those games in that series, so that's impressive. I think Game 3 is tonight. From Vegas. That one fouled off. And, there's some franchises in sports, Tehl, that go literally hundreds of years without winning titles. Vegas has been around for about, I think, 8 or so. They've already won one, and they're playing for a second here. Credit to them.
That's ridiculous.
I know they're kind of hated around NHL, but at the end of the day, they win. They win. So here's the 0-1. We should mention Goki got a strikeout, and he's got an 0-2 count here now with 2 outs and nobody on.
Vegas
in the
beat
fourth.
my Avalanche in the last round.
Yeah, and that was a massive upset, too. The Avalanche won the President's Cup, and that's another strikeout, too, in the inning for Sam Goki. He's rolling through the fourth, and as we head to the bottom of the fourth, it's still 0-0. We'll see the Yankton Bats and McClemens on the mound for Watertown. We're going to take an inning break brought to you by Avera. I'm Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner, KYNT, KYNTV. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Does anyone in your family have macular degeneration? At Vision Care Associates, we are dedicated to delivering the highest standard of eye care, utilizing the latest medical advancements to protect and improve your vision. That's why we offer ZX Pro, a new technology that measures the risk for macular degeneration. ZX Pro is a test used to assess macular health before signs of macular degeneration even begin. Be proactive and schedule an appointment.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
From sprains to fractures, getting the right care quickly makes all the difference. That's why we offer Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-In Care, weekdays from 8 to 5. Walk in and be seen, no appointment needed. It's expert care, faster access, and a team that's part of your community. Because here, you're more than a patient, you're our neighbor. I'm Dr. Benjamin Lancaster, orthopedic surgeon with Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team, and we're here for you.
Scoreless here in the bottom of the fourth between Watertown and Yankton. McClemens and Goki doing what they do out there on the mound and shutting down 2 good offenses here today. 2 hits for each team and an error as well. As Tate Bestie's going to pop this one out to left. And Hansen, with that, he's recorded 4 straight outs for post-17 Tehl between last inning and this one. He's been busy out there and left.
Yeah, and that's 4 of the last 5 batters coming up, too. Goki flew out there to start off the third, then Feezer did hit a single get on. Villanueva flew out to left. Kudera flew out to left to end the third, and then that one to lead off the fourth.
Carter Boomsma at the plate. He swings at a breaking ball outside, and this is a guy you got to be careful with Tehl. See, I told you, it's habit. It is habit. It's one of those things that happens.
I want all of you at home to know I'm staring him down right now.
Hey, take it as a compliment. Braden's a good man, good leader here for our sports department.
He's a good man, and he's getting married here soon. Congratulations to him.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
Wow.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
I'm going to show everybody how bad I am at dancing at that one.
Oh. Someone's hitting the sprinkler.
Oh.
Someone's getting ready to hit the sprinkler.
I feel like that's more you than me hitting a sprinkler.
Oh, dude, the sprinkler's awesome. I always remember that from. Have you ever seen the movie Wild Hogs?
There's a walk right there. Yes, I have seen the movie Wild Hogs.
Where William H. Macy's hitting the sprinkler.
You have made fun of me for enjoying the movie Wild Hogs.
No, I would not. I like that movie. I actually like that. That might be someone else because I like that movie.
Oh, maybe I'm confusing you for Braden Butler.
Yeah, no, Wild Hogs is awesome, dude. All right, we have a game here when Carter Booms was on at the mound. It's called Start That Clock, and sure enough, he's already on second base. Tehl. We say it every time. Start that clock. Carter Boomsma, the speedster. He's already on second. Here's Simon Kampshoff now at the plate. He has 1 of 2 hits for Yankton in this one, and a hit here probably scores Boomsma as he takes a strike to start. But now a runner in scoring position. Is that inside for a ball? Make it 1 apiece. But yeah, no, Wild Hogs. I am a fan. I will not hate on anybody for liking that movie. Ray Liotta, John Travolta, Martin Lawrence, Tim Allen. Great cast. I think do you remember the American Choppers guys?
Yeah.
The TV show. I think they make a cameo in that too. Paul Sr. and Jr. and Mikey.
You know a lot more about the movie Wild Hogs than I thought you would have.
Yeah, I told you I was a fan of that movie, and then I can't remember his name. The cop. He's in the show Scrubs. The one of the cops in the movie.
I'm still just surprised you know this much about that movie.
This one hit out into left field. It's going to be caught by Hansen out there.
Hansen again.
Yeah, he's been active out there.
That is now the last 5 straight outs for this team.
See, I can keep going with this movie, too. I believe William H. Macy's love interest in the movie is played by Marissa Tomei, Aunt May from the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. So, yeah, I can keep going with the hot.
I need you to stop on the Wild Hogs at this point. It's a funny movie, man, but we got a good baseball game in front of us. Still 0-0, bottom of the 4th. 2 outs.
Featuring my synopsis of Wild Hogs. So the movie starts. They're driving. Here we go. Caden Hunt off at the plate. 2 out, but a man in scoring position is Carter Boomsma, who reached on a walk and stole a bag there.
Movie I'm excited for, The Odyssey, this summer. I can't wait for that.
The Odyssey is looking good. Spider-Man this summer, a new one. That one's outside. 2 Hunt off.
I've been listening to the audiobook of The Odyssey by Homer recently. It's actually voiced by Sir Ian McKellen.
Oh.
That is so much fun. I'm very much enjoying listening to The Odyssey by Homer.
That one out for a ball. I can't remember. I saw something recently in the last couple weeks, but I can't remember what it is now. I want to go see that movie Obsession. It's a horror movie that everybody really likes or is liking. Is that one. The ball, and now another batter walked here for McClemens in this inning. So 2 on, but 2 outs. Is Beck Reichen up again? He had an opportunity similar to this earlier in the game, and now there is a courtesy runner for Hunt off as he's the catcher. We'll get a number for you on that. Looks like 3 to me. I believe that's Brennan Gilmore. It's going to be courtesy running. He's had a good tournament as well, a good Lewis and Clark Classic. Won our offensive player of the game in Game 1.
And that was the 9-hole batter, by the way. We're back at the top of the order.
Yeah, so Beck Reichen here, another shot as he takes a strike looking here in the bottom of the 4th. Still 0-0. 2 runners on, 2 out for Yankton's leadoff man as he fouls that one loud down the first line. Went into the dugout. Heard a loud down there. Obviously, you're hoping everyone's careful and safe down there, but oof.
Looked like it went off the top of the dugout and then bounced back towards the fence right at a couple people. Doesn't look like anybody got a direct hit, but man, that was one of those that came screaming in. Wake everybody up in the dugout.
Here's the 0-2 to Reichen. High, close to the zone, but call the ball, make it 1-2 on Beck Reichen.
I believe we're in the 70s now. Yeah, we are for McClemens' pitch count.
Here's the pitch. This one fouled off. Reichen will stay alive, and like you said, making him work here, but we're starting to get to the mid to late stages of this game, and both pitchers, well, they're giving up base runners. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. So Clemens has given up a pair of walks to Boomsma. And Hunt off this inning as that's a ball to Reichen. Still 0-0 here. Once again, this is the last game of Day 2 in the Lewis and Clark Classic. Yankton looking like they'll be moving on to tomorrow. We'll see what happens. It's called strike 3, and McClemens gets the out and gets out of the inning. And Yankton strands 2 here in the 4th. When we come back, Sam Goki on the mound. I'll also recap more of Wild Hogs. I'm kidding. But we'll be back in 60 seconds here on KYNT, KYN-TV. Inning breaks are brought to you by Avera. Sam Goki on the mound when we come back.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Top of the fifth here on KYNT, KYNTV. Watertown 0, Yankton 0 here in Legion Baseball at the Lewis and Clark Classic. I'm Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner here on KYNT, KYNTV. Sam Goki working here, only giving up 2 hits, 1 error so far. He's 55 pitches into his day. The 56th is a strike. At the plate is Everson, the 9-man. For Watertown, that'll bring the top of the lineup up next with Hanson on deck. We do have a time here. I can confirm, swats and stuff away. Some of the gnats and the bug stuff and stuff down there, Tehl, can get kind of nasty down there, as you know, with some of the post games here. So that one's passed. Emerson with a hit there to start this 5th inning.
That reminds me, I was out at our station, we call it Camping with the Current, where we deliver adult beverages to campers in the areas, and I get the pleasure of doing that every weekend. And yesterday I ran into some people that were in an enclosed tent, and they were telling me just how bad the bugs are this summer. Oh my gosh, they're supposedly terrible out there.
If you ever want to look something up, look up Jabba Chamberlain Cleveland playoff game.
Ooh.
He's a pitcher for the Yankees, and yes, his nickname was Jabba. He pitched for Nebraska and the Yankees. Look up that video sometime, and some of the bugs that he had to deal with in that game are insane. Like, it was like surrounding his neck. It was crazy. And
that's terrible.
It's something I will never forget. It's now leadoff man Hanson at the plate. He's trying to bunt Emerson forward with no outs here as that one's fouled off by Hanson.
Emerson was in the 9-hole, by the way, after that single. Ground ball getting out and towards right field. We're back at the top of the order. Cole Hanson, leadoff batter, reached on an error in the 1st inning, grounded out to the first baseman in the 3rd, now back here in the 5th.
And once again, with the bunt in play, Simon Kamshoff playing up over at 3rd. Obviously, he'll look at 2nd, but at least get that runner out at 1st is the goal here for Yankton. Of course, for Watertown, trying to advance that runner to 2nd base. The bunt attempt down, Kamshoff. He's going to get the throw over in time, so runner advances. The sac fly, or the sac bunt there does its job. Runner advances, but Hanson out at 1st, so 1 down. Runner on 2nd here for Sam Goki in the 5th.
Did exactly what you were needing to do. Got the runner advanced in a 0-0 ball game. 1 out, you got a runner in scoring position. 1 big swing of the bat will change this game.
And will it be Marcus Pitkin? He's at the plate for Watertown. Pitkin, the center fielder today. Long look from Goki over at 2nd as he throws a first pitch strike to Watertown's center fielder. Actually, yeah, that's Fallick at the plate. I'm jumping ahead here. Pitkin is on deck. Fallick, the right fielder, actually, up at the plate here. I'm just talking about the future. You never know. Pitkin will probably be up this inning unless some kind of crazy double play happens. It's that one outside for a ball.
Still might be Pitkin that has that chance. Pitkin hit a single his last time out back in the 3rd. Fallick, he struck out in the 1st. It was the first strikeout of the day. Did fly out to the center or to the shortstop back in the 3rd. Now here in the 5th.
Now the 1-1 to Fallick. He pops this one high in the sky. Looks like it's going to be Beck Reichen getting underneath it, and he will for an out. Make it 2 here.
And that's
in the 5th.
That's back-to-back flyouts to the shortstop for Fallick as well.
It's something if the runner was on 1st there, Tehl, one thing I've seen happen more and more in the major leagues is they'll let those type of things drop and try to get a double play. Saw the Yankees do it the other night against Tampa Bay where their second baseman, Jazz Chisholm, had a play like that. Just kind of let it drop and managed to get the lead runner out.
It's where those fly rules come into play when it gets called.
Pitkin now at the plate, as I said would happen eventually.
You were correct. You're a prophet.
We got there.
You're a prophet. You know the future. You know the batting order.
This one
it was
high,
handed to us.
I feel like, is it Infinity War and congratulations, you're a prophet? Is that the line, I think?
I don't know.
Him and Thanos. I'd have to go back. It's been a minute
yeah,
since
it was
I watched.
Doctor Strange who says that. That's we're nerds. 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0 here to Pitkin. Now 2-0. Runner on second. Still 0-0 here in the top of the fifth.
There's another Marvel movie coming out this summer, isn't there?
Spider-Man.
No, like Avengers. Doomsday?
That's this winter. That is December.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I've lost track of the MCU, I'll be honest.
I can't remember. I think it's supposed to come out the same weekend as Dune Messiah as well. So, but I can't remember. I think one of those backed out of that as that one's hit by Pitkin. It's going to get down. Pitkin with a double in the first run of this game will score as Emerson comes home. It's Watertown breaking the seal on this one to make it 1-0 here in the fifth. Just like that, Goki gives up the first run of this game. Margins are tight here. Feeser just not able to come up with that one out there.
That was a well-hit ball out and towards deep right field. Right fielder was going way back for it, just went over the shoulder, couldn't quite bring it in. And a 1-0 lead for Watertown with two very good pitchers on.
Goki, strike one. Still 2 outs in this inning after the double from Pitkin. It's post 17 now leads 1-0.
Well, we didn't go 12 innings without anything, but top of the fifth, our first score.
Now here we go, fouled off. Once again, it's Lake the catcher. And actually, now I laugh. I got to bring up Wild Hogs again. Mr. Mayor Mike Villanueva is listening to us, and he just sent me a picture. It's John C. McKinley, the actor who plays the cop in that movie. I knew I had it right. So shout out to Yankton Mayor Mike Villanueva for helping us on that one, as that's low for a ball. Make it 1-2 with 2 outs here.
I also got to tell you, you were a prophet. You did know it was Pitkin who ended up getting the RBI that brought in that first run of the game. You knew. You were ahead of everybody. You were ahead of him.
Like I said, I'm a prophet.
Yep.
This one in for strike 3, looking to retire the side here in the top of the fifth. But Watertown adds a run for the first run of this game to make it 1-0 here over Yankton. How will their bats respond? We'll find out in the bottom of the fifth. We're going to take an inning break brought to you by Avera. I'm Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner, KYNT. KYNTV will be back in 60 seconds.
Ready to build your next project, but can't get anyone to show up or even give you a quote? Call John Kopp, owner of Kopp Building Innovations. He will show up, and he will make sure you are happy with your project. Trust in Kopp Building Innovations. KBI is an authorized WIC builder offering custom solutions. Whether you need a residential garage, an agricultural pole barn, or a commercial building, we will work with you. For more information or to get a quote, visit koppbuildings.com.
Spring is here and the games are just getting started. From baseball season in full swing to NHL and even golf, At the Bar has it all on. Add in local matchups and more, and there's always a game worth watching. With TVs everywhere and a welcoming hometown feel, it's the perfect place to kick back and enjoy the game. So bring your friends, settle in, and be part of the crowd, where every cheer feels a little louder and every moment a little better together. You can watch the game anywhere, but the real fans gather at the bar in downtown Yankton.
Bottom of the fifth here, Yankton trails by 1. It was the double from Marcus Pitkin that brought in a run last inning to break the seal here. And now it's McClemens working with a 1-0 lead with the Yankton bats up. It will be Sam Goki first here, so the 2, 3, 4 batters coming around here. Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner, KYNT, KYNTV. And Tehl, Yankton running out of outs here against Watertown.
Yeah, starting to, and it's also, we're about an hour 10 in. There's a hard out, an hour 45. So, you got about a half hour left to get rolling. You've got potentially 3 more half innings. You're down 1-0, but this is a good chance right here. You got the back-to-back South Dakota Player of the Year here in Sam Goki stepping up to lead off this inning. Easton Feeser up next. Villanueva in the hole. You got a good 1, 2, 3 here. This is a time where you can get something going.
And Goki did give a pitch, a drive last inning as he's going to reach safely there on a base hit. Sam Goki starting the fifth inning off exactly how the Bucks want.
Yep, that's exactly the way they needed to get it rolling.
And there I did. I don't do it often, but I just said the Bucks. So.
Post 12.
Yep, post 12 here. Sam Goki with his first hit Very similar numbers for these two teams. Watertown with 4 hits, Yankton with 3, an error apiece, but difference being that double from Pitkin last inning, putting Watertown on the board. Now Yankton's power hitting right fielder up at the plate in Easton Fieser. Fieser pops this one high in the sky on the left side. A trio of post 17 players looking for that one, and my goodness, Tehl, what a catch out there. Running deep over at third base and making the catch almost blind. Out there was Everson out there making that catch. What a play.
That was impressive. Way down the line, like right on the line in foul territory. With the sun, where the sun is positioning, it's right where he was looking back at the ball. That was a good play.
And now Liam Villanueva at the plate. 1 out, 1 on here. Most importantly, his dad's helping me find cast members from Wild Hogs. But he's looking to come up in a big spot here. Is this throw over at Goki not in time? Once again.
So Mr. Mayer is a Wild Hogs fan as well.
Hey, who isn't?
That's fair,
Who
honestly.
isn't? Except apparently,
I'm the one who brought this up in the first place because I enjoy that movie. It's great.
Apparently we realized it was your roommate from college.
I think it was, yeah. Well, I mean, you've also been a roommate from right after college.
This one hits the tip
one.
of the bat, and kind of a half swing there from Liam, but now Yankton looking to get something going off of that leadoff hit from Goki. Fieser just popped out, and now once again it's Villanueva at the plate. 1-1, Goki's going. The throw not in time. Safe at second base is Sam Goki. He doesn't steal often, but when they send him, it's usually pretty effective.
I was starting to wonder. I believe there's one re-entry. I was starting to wonder if they were going to get in a pinch runner for him or just send him, need to get somebody in scoring position here, and they did just that.
This one catches the outside part of the zone for a strike, even at 2 apiece. So now a runner in scoring position for Liam Villanueva. Yankton trails by 1 here in the bottom of the 5th, 1 out. This one in the dirt, full count. So a pivotal spot in this one, Tehl, obviously. And Kudera up next, but a full count here to Villanueva. The pitch grounded over to short. The throw, it's going to hold Goki, by the way, out at first. So now 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th.
Post 12 in danger of leaving Goki stranded out there. Kudera stepping up, trying to fix that. He's 0 for 2 in his first 2 appearances today.
Now Kudera once again with another chance here. Runner at second base. He takes strike 1 looking. Here once again, Yankton down to their final 7 outs in this one. We're going to get a mound visit now. Jonathan Lake doing the catching duties for Watertown, by the way. Clemens, the pitcher, once again for post 17. Conversation is short. Once again, I should mention as well, if we have any Watertown friends joining us today, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. And making the trip down here for the Lewis and Clark Classic and tuning in here on KYNT and KYNTV as this one is hit and gonna get down. That'll score Goki. We have a tie game here at Riverside Field. 1 apiece, an RBI single from Jackson Kudera. With that, we're going to take a look at your replay brought to you by Vision Care Associates. Here it is. Jackson Kudera at the plate in a big spot, 2 outs. Runner on second base. He just slaps this one down into right field and brings home Sam Goki to tie it up. So now, once again, 1-1 here. Tate Bestie up and pops that one high in the sky out towards center field to end the inning. Yankton strands 1, but they get 1 back to tie this one at 1 apiece as we head into the top of the 6th. I'm Josh Boelter. Tehl Tanner. We're taking an inning break brought to you by Avera here on KYNT, KYNTV. Sam Goki on the mound when we come back in 60 seconds.
Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton is a proud supporter of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles. Hi, this is Whitney Devine. If you're looking for protection that fits your life, call me or Travis. We make coverage simple. Whether it's your home, car, or farm, we take time to understand your needs and find the right plan at the right price. You'll get personal service, trusted advice, and peace of mind knowing we're right here in Yankton. Call Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton today to schedule your appointment.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner here on KYNT, KYN TV. Top of the sixth, and Tehl, the score is 1-1. Both teams with 4 hits and 1 error apiece. Really evenly matched as they both add runs in the 5th inning there.
Yeah, it's kind of been like the previous couple meetings, kind of been close games. They've been able to battle. And this one, 0-0 going to the 5th. Both teams put up 1 in the 5th. We're now getting into late stages of this 7-inning game as we start off the 6th. There's about a half hour left of the game scheduled and the hard out of an hour 45, but we're starting the 6th right on time anyway.
And as we get to the later stages, keep in mind if this goes to extras, it goes to MLB rules where there'll be a runner on second here. So that one's grounded right back towards Goki. Picking it up is Reich, and he tries to flip it. The throw, not in time. That was Busker, by the way, at the plate, the shortstop. First pitch swinging and on base here for post 17.
Watertown again getting a leadoff man on a base. They have done so in, I believe, 4 of their 6 innings.
And with that, they've been aggressive on the base paths, just as Yankton is. And they're up at the plate, and I wouldn't expect Busker to be over there long. At the plate, by the way, now is Olsen, the second baseman. Thrower from Goki. Not in time. Runner gets back. Sam Olsen, the second baseman. That one outside. For a ball. So no outs here in the top of the 6th. And 1-1 score in this game. 2 pitchers, McClemens and Goki doing what they do. Strike. I do see an arrow heading into the pen over there, maybe getting warmed up. It is Marcus Pitkin. So we'll see with that pitch count and Tehl when you have a moment if you could find what McClemens is at pitch count-wise, because that might be what they're looking at here.
Yeah, he's at 86.
So it's getting close-ish, probably another inning or so, but that one's a ball as well to Olsen. Tight zone here on the Watertown second baseman.
Goki's pitch count, by the way, he's about to throw number 75.
So also in pretty good shape there, but in danger of putting 2 on with no out here in the 6th.
But it's also a very hot day. The bugs are out there. It's annoying. See how long these 2 star pitchers can go. They've both been studs today.
Goki gets one back there on a strike to make it 3-1. Once again, a lot of times you'll see batters at the 3-0 take a pitch there. Don't want to force anything and cause an out where you don't need to in a favorable hitter's count.
Especially when we've seen multiple 4-pitch walks here today.
Yeah, kind of unusual for Goki. But
it is.
This one, throw over, once again, not in time, over at first base.
Yeah, Sam Goki, through the entirety of the high school season, he had 46 strikeouts to 4 walks. 4 total. Had 2 here today.
That one's a strike. Runner goes. The throw in time. Big time throw from Caden Hunoff. Kudera gets the tag and the nod of approval and the let's go from Jackson Kudera down there. A big out for post 12. What a throw from Caden Hunoff.
And it's massive, too. And, he's filling in for a role. There's an injured buck out there that he's filling in for. What a throw. And now, a payoff pitch coming in.
And this one grounded over to first, and picking it up is Easton Fieser. And going from down 3-0 and looking like in danger of putting 2 runners on, that's why Sam Goki is who he is. Just like that, 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 6th. Max Sears will come up here now with nobody on, 2 outs. Sam Goki trying to get out of this jam and looking like he's on his way to do so as that pitch is inside to Sears for a ball.
Pitch count just approaching 80. Got to assume he can come out for the 7th as well, as long as he gets this last batter out pretty well.
Yeah, if he, I was going to say, the way he's going, pitching well once again, as he always does, and doesn't give up much usually, and pitching well here today and trying to get out of this inning once again here with Sears at the plate. Sears, the designated hitter today for Watertown. Is that one plunks Sears on the back shoulder there. He'll reach on a hit by pitch. So with that, that'll bring up the 8-man. It's Ashton Rabin, the first baseman. It might be Rabine actually now. That's the word. We do have a mound visit here. We'll see if that's going to do it for Goki or it's just a quick conversation.
No, there's nobody in the pen right now.
And a lot of times I wonder the reason for that might be is I suspect based on who we haven't seen throw this weekend, that could be a Beck Reichen spot potentially who's over at short. With that, you'd probably see it'll be a weird shuffle. My guess is you'd see Kudera move from second to short if it were to be Reichen, which it's not right now. It's going to keep being Sam Goki. But if there were to be a switch, you'd probably see Goki then take over at second base. So this one moves on, but we'll wait those. Of course, we could also see Kamshoff move as well, but that one's high for a ball. Make it 1-0 on Rabine. Goki, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. 1 man on a hit by pitch. That one in for a strike, evens the count at 1 apiece. Once again here, just 2 runs scored between these two teams, both in the last inning. An RBI single from Jackson Kudera tied it up after an RBI double from Marcus Pitkin. So that one's out for a side for ball. Once again, Pitkin warming up in the pen down there. Could see him sooner rather than later. Looking like a sidearm thrower down there, Tehl. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. We'll see what they want to do.
This 2-1 in for a strike. Even the count at 2 apiece. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on here for post 17. In the top of the 6th, it's Sam Goki on the mound for Yankton. Here's the 2-2. Outside for ball, full count. So right after Goki gets out of a jam, he's in danger of putting himself right back in one here, Tehl. If he walks Rabine, and it looks like Goki maybe showing a little bit of frustration on the mound. He was signaling something. I don't know if that was towards the dugout or at first base, but some kind of frustration there. That pitch is high for a ball. Now 2 on here. The 7 and 8 hitters reaching safely here for Watertown in the 6th.
That'll be the 3rd walk of the day here for Goki, and we just talked about how unusual that is. The entirety of the spring high school season, he had entire 4 walks through 43 innings. He's got 3 through 6 here today.
You can tell the bug's bothering both hitter and pitchers. Kane Everson has to step off the plate, Tehl, here, as he's been kind of shooing bugs away here.
Yeah, he is.
And he had a big piece of hitting last time up as well, Tehl. Had a single that he eventually came around to score the lone run for Watertown. So a threat here in the 9 spot for post 17. He does take strike 1, though, from Goki. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball high in the zone for a strike. 0-2. Goki a strike away from getting out of this jam.
Both teams need something right now. Getting to that stage in the game. It's getting to crunch time.
Here's the 0-2 from Goki outside. Everson thought about swinging at it, decided against it, and made the right choice there. Once again, 2 runners on here, 2 outs, and a tie ball game in the top of the 6th. Runs are at a premium here. Pitch is high. Evens the count at 2.
A good check swing there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here. And 1 run each in this game.
Now Goki. After getting up 0-2 in the count, now counts even at 2. Here's the pitch, inside for a ball, and Goki in danger, walking the bases loaded here. So the 3-2 count, 2 on 2 outs here at Riverside Field. Goki, the pitcher, steps off, looks down the runner at second base. That's Sears over there. Here's the 3-2. This one fouled off down the third base line. We'll do it again. Looks like it almost bounced off the front of the plate.
Nearly.
Off of contact.
Goki in the 90s now in his pitch count.
This one hit out into center field, but finds the glove of Tate Bestie as Yankton gets out of the jam. So heading into the bottom of the 6th, it's Watertown 1, it's Yankton 1. Here's the Yankton Bats will be up next. We're going to take an inning break brought to you by Avera here on KYNT. KYN-TV will be back in 60 seconds.
The Boathouse in Yankton is for everyone. They have axe throwing, sports simulators, skee ball, shuffleboard, beanbags, pool, and darts, plus awesome drinks with lots of cold craft beers, seltzers, wines, and great non-alcoholic options. Try their burgers, pizza burgers, wings, fish, chicken strips, and more. Check out trivia on Tuesdays, free axe throwing tournaments on Wednesdays, and live music on Fridays. Some say it's the most fun you can have on land, so head to the Boathouse, downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages.
Being wiser means peace of mind, especially when it comes to your home's comfort. Today's heating and cooling systems are advanced with technology designed to work smarter. Peace of mind means knowing the company you call understands that technology and has the experience to get it right. For nearly 80 years, Kaiser Heating and Cooling has been trusted with knowledgeable technicians and a commitment to doing the job right. So be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Yankton Bats up here in the bottom of the 6th. Carter Boomsma leading things off here in a 1-1 ball game between Watertown and Post 12 in the final game of day 2 of the Lewis and Clark Classic here in the Yankton pool. Yankton 3-0, Watertown 1-2 so far in this tournament. This game also counts towards the Legion standings. Carter Booms was down a quick 0-2, looked at the first pitch and then swung at the second one. Obviously, don't want to reach him. We know what he can do on the base pass. If you're Clemens, who's pitched just as good a game as Goki's, that one just outside for a ball on Carter Boomsma. And Boomsma will take the trip back to the dugout. Strike 3 swinging. And this at bat for Yankton's left fielder. Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner, KYNT, KYN-TV. Like I said, it's just one of those things I'm used to.
My new name, Tehl Tanner. I feel like that's the title now. That is what I demand to be referred to as for the rest of this broadcast. Is Tehl Tanner.
And Biba Booba Biba Bop just got a hit. That translates to Simon Kamshoff, his second here of this game. To put a runner on here with 1 out, he's having a good day.
Biba Booba Biba Bop is Sam Kamshoff now?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Or Simon. We have similar names, apparently. You know, I actually know 3 Tehls.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys got like a group chat?
We should, honestly. We don't, but we should.
You guys hang out?
You're one of the Joshes. Did you go to the Josh fight years ago?
No.
Should have.
Josh fight. Oof.
That I still can't believe that's one of those things that actually is real. That's a thing that happened.
And then they all fight each other at pool noodles something like that. Yeah, see, and that right there.
And then I think they crowned an 8-year-old king of Joshes.
That one I think fouled off the bat.
Did it foul off?
They're gonna say no. Count will be 2-1. Obviously, that's big as Hunoff still looking to bunt.
No, it is 1-2.
Okay, 1-2. So that'll take away the bunt opportunity. Beck Reichen on deck. So the top of the Yankton lineup coming up here is Hunoff still looking to bunt with 2 strikes. A risky play here for Yankton, but sticking with it. That one outside, though, to even the count at 2 apiece. McClemens has pitched well. And that one, the bunt from Hunoff is successful. That'll advance Kampshoff to second base. So 2 runners on here once again for Beck Reichen, who's had a few opportunities with runners in scoring position here today. Not able to capitalize so far, Tehl, but another chance.
And now the pitch count comes into play quite a lot. 97 pitches have been thrown, about to throw 98, a hard out at 105.
This one hit down the first base line.
Never mind.
And that will do it here for the bottom of the 6th. So Yankton strands 1, and we'll head to the last inning of work, tied at 1 apiece. Can either team avoid sending this to extras? We'll see what happens as we come back. We'll take an inning break brought to you by Avera. Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner, KYNT, KYNTV. We're back in 60 seconds.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
We do have a pitching change on the mound for Yankton here as we head into the 7th. It's Beck Reichen. We'll look at his numbers in a minute here, but Tehl, when we get a chance here, let's take a look at Sam Goki's numbers here as his day on the mound is done.
Yep, Sam Goki's day goes final. He pitched 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, but only 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts to 3 walks, faced 27 batters through 93 total pitches today. Goki's pitching day is done. Beck Reichen now out on the mound, who has thrown 39 1/3 innings throughout the high school season. These are the high school stats from the spring. Had 6 wins with a save in there. Faced 170 batters and ended with a 1.246 ERA. 33 strikeouts to 11 walks this season. Only 12 runs given up, 7 earned runs given up all year long.
And it'll be the leadoff man for Watertown. At the plate, it's Cole Hansen. So the 1-2-3 in the Watertown lineup as Beck Reichen throws a strike here to start. Reichen was the man who started against Watertown in that game in the state tournament. Obviously not the result he wanted, and looking for a better one here as he's off to a good start with 2 straight strikes.
That one goes off the glove of the catcher, but a strike nonetheless. 2 looking.
Once again, if we do go to extras here, as we're in the final frame, runners will be on second to start each inning. But as we've seen for both these teams, Tehl, getting runners on has not been the issue. It's bringing them home.
It is.
5 hits apiece for both teams, several walks as well, and an error apiece, and just not able to capitalize. But that's a sign of good pitching between Goki and McClemens, who I suspect will probably see reach that pitch limit and at least go out there to start the 7th.
Yeah, we'll see. McClemens is at 98. He can only do 1 batter potentially if that batter goes a ways.
It depends, though. I mean, if you can get some quick outs, I mean, I've seen crazier, so it's possible he could get an out or 2, but we'll have to see in the bottom of the 7th. The Yankton bats come up as Reichen gets strike 3, looking on Larson on the inside part of that plate to record the first out here of the 7th.
And that's big, just getting the first man up, out.
We should mention with that, the heart of Yankton's lineup coming up in the top, or in the bottom of the 7th as well. It'll start with Sam Goki, then Easton Vieser, and Liam Villanueva. Be the 3-batter minimum next inning is that one. In for a ball.
And we're at the top of the inning here. Both teams starting off the 7th right at or near the top of the order. Hansen, the leadoff man, just struck out. Here's Fallick.
as he takes a strike. Make it 1-1 here from Riken. Lights are officially on here at Riverside Field as things are starting to get a little darker in the skyline here. Beautiful night. We should mention with that is that. We'll see. So they're going to say it looked like it.
Yeah, it definitely hit his hand, but
if it hit part of the bat too.
Yeah, might be saying that it also hit the bat, or it might be saying he leaned into it as he was moving around. Either way,
yeah,
they're going to talk about it.
They're saying it hit the umpire's saying it hit the bat, which it probably hit the knob there. I mean, it's going to be hard to tell in the replay. Plus, we can try here. We're probably too late on this. We'll give it a shot here on your Vision Care show. See its replay. Yeah, we're already behind that.
Called as a strike for the moment.
It's Fallick once again. Kind of emotional here on this one. You could hear him say that hit my hand on our crowd mic.
Yeah. Well, it's a big moment. You know, we kind of talked about it. And it looks like they are going to give him the bag. So they are going to give him first.
And that one's kind of confusing for me because now Drew Lawrence coming out here to have a conversation. And once again, a lot of times I've heard umpires say, Drew's kind of a tricky one out there. He won't come out there yelling at you. He'll be asking you questions. He's trying to get you to trip up a little bit. He goes, okay, so you said this, so then why did you do this type of thing?
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the conversation. As you can see right there, pretty calm demeanor down there, just trying to get some answers about what's going on. And it's kind of tough for me, Tehl, because one of the farthest views away is the first base umpire down there, and that's who they brought in to confer on that call.
It's a tough one when you only got the two officials out there. You know,
Right.
There's a runner on first base, so he needs to be down the first base line instead of, near second base where he originally would set up. It's kind of a hard angle to see, but they do end up awarding the base. So HBP in the books, and there's one on, potentially the leading run for Watertown.
And it's Pitkin at the plate. He had an RBI double in the fifth. So that one's a ball to Pitkin. So a runner on here, one out in the seventh inning. Here on KYNT and KYN-TV, day 2 of the Lewis and Clark Classic. His runner getting a big lead there. And that one's low and outside. Make it 2-0 from Riken. This one hit hard down the right field line, foul. Make the count 2-1. Once again, Pitkin at the plate here. Tie game 1-1 in the top of the 7th. 2-1 count to Pitkin. Brought in the lone run for Watertown once again in the 5th inning. Riken the pitcher. Runner goes, strike. 2-2 is the count. Throw. Not in time, safe. And they're saying the batter's out, I think.
Did he get in the way of the throw?
That's what they're saying, I think, here. So that's big, obviously.
That's big.
You get that second out on that. That was not strike 3. That was strike 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. And with that as well, Tehl, the runner has to head back to first. So kind of a terrible sequence of events there for Watertown. I think he said there might have been some kind of interference there in the way of the throw or something.
That's looking like it must have been bad interference there. Just might have been in the way of the throw there. So that takes away the steal. Now there's 2 outs on the board instead of a runner in scoring position. So both teams kind of had a call go their way just a moment ago with the HBP and then that one.
This one hit on to center field. Lake, the catcher, but that's caught by Tate Bestie to retire the side. So heading into the bottom of the 7th, Yankton's got a chance to walk it off. It's Watertown 1. It's Yankton 1. We'll see if Yankton can do it. It'll be Sam Goki and company at the plate when we come back. Inning breaks brought to you by Avera. I'm Josh Boelter, Tehl Tanner here on KYNT, KYN-TV, back in 60 seconds.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
A local business owner came into the UPS store with a large shipment of products for his online store. While they packed everything securely, he asked if they could also handle the international shipping. The answer? Of course they can! For over 9 years, the UPS store in Yankton has been helping business owners with both their printing and shipping needs. Whether you're sending a package across town or across the globe, they've got you covered. So stop by the UPS store in Yankton and ask about them about their shipping services or current print specials.
Could we see some late inning heroics from the Yankton lineup? It's Watertown 1, Yankton 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Yankton with a chance to walk it off. It's the 2-3-4 hitters, Sam Goki, Liam Villanueva, Easton Fieser, and Liam Villanueva this inning. Still, McClemens on the mound here, Tehl, for Watertown. He does have 7 more pitches till the 105 limit, and keep in mind, once he reaches that, he can finish the at-bat that he's has, so we'll see how far he'll go into this inning. Obviously, depends on that pitch count, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. Is once again Yankton with a chance to win this one and go a perfect 4-0 in pool play in the Yankton pool of the Lewis and Clark Classic. Here, Watertown 1-2 so far. They defeated Blair, but then lost to Fargo and SMFC. Here's that one outside to Goki.
And the last time Goki led off an inning was in the 5th. He did get a hit, get on, and he was hit home 3 batters later for the lone run of the game for Yankton.
And he pops that one high in the sky. Trying to get underneath it is Lake. It's out of play. Here to even the count at 1 apiece. And he's led off 3 different innings so far today, Tehl. The 3rd time around leading off here today. And like you said, with that base hit, came around to score last time up. And obviously Yankton looking to do that again.
1 for 3 so far. And here's
this
a big one.
Yeah, hit out to left. Will it get down? It will. Sam Goki with another hit. Yankton with the winning run over at first base.
Now, the last time Goki did get on, it was a single similar to that one, and he ended up trying to steal, did get himself to second, was hit home from there. Will they try to send him again? That's the question.
Perhaps here
No
try to avoid a double play. You know Watertown's ready for it. They're going to stick with McClemens, by the way. Let him ride out that pitch count. He threw 3, so by my count, I think 4 left.
Yep.
Here's
That's
that
102
one.
right there.
102. And once again, he can finish the batter that he's at, or once he goes over that limit, so keep an eye on that. That could be in this very at-bat. As Fieser is going to give that one a drive. It's down as well. A looping single out to left field. So the first 2 batters of this inning on for Yankton. And a chance to close this one out with a winning run over at second base. And that'll bring Liam Villanueva up to the plate. And we know his power. He's given one a ride today. I wonder, Tehl, obviously here in this situation, if you could see a bunt and try to advance those runners.
Potentially. You're one swing of the bat away from ending this one, but at second, it's got to be a big swing. If you do a sacrifice bunt, advance both of them, then you're just one little hit away from finishing this. So they're going to talk things over. They might make the change right now instead of after the next bat. After you give up 2 back-to-back bats, your pitch counts in the hundreds. You're at 103 right now. Maybe it's just a matter of whether you make the change during this at-bat or the next one, because he only has 2 pitches left. He's got 2 pitches. He's at 103. Your max is 105. Then you finish the batter. He's got this batter or the next one. You're going to make a change. Just a matter of whether it's now or later.
Yeah, and we'll see. I think they're going to stick with McClemens here, Tehl. Long conversation at the mound. They're going to walk off. They're going to stick with him, as, like you said, still has 2 pitches to go in that limit, and then, of course, can finish off whatever at bat. And, of course, that could result in another batter here, Well, hold on. We'll see. Yep, it's still right. McClemens.
They broke the huddle, and then they came back for a second.
Here is, it's one of those where if they decide to have Liam bunt, you could see him face another batter potentially if this is a first pitch bunt from Liam. But we'll see what Drew Lawrence and company decide to do as they had their own little huddle. And I think Watertown's expecting bunt as their first baseman's creeping way up and takes first pitch, so no bunt attempt here from Villanueva. Runners on first and second, no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Tied at 1 apiece. Yankton looking to walk this one off and sweep the Yankton pool here. Now a bunt attempt. That one out of the zone. And with that, Tehl, it's kind of interesting. So they're bringing forward both first and second basemen. Well, meanwhile, or first and third baseman. Well, short's creeping over to third to make a play, and second creeping over to first. So,
Well, the first throw is going to be at third base. You know
Right.
that. And they're just trying to cover it.
Well, it's one of those. And there was actually a similar play for Yankton earlier that they didn't capitalize on, where throw was looking over. Is this throw? It's going to be sent over too short, just to kind of keep Goki in check.
And Yankton upset that shortstop was nowhere near the bag. Drew Lawrence is coming out to talk with the official. The shortstop.
Well, and I wonder if he's looking for a balk here potentially.
There's got to be the player he's throwing to has got to be near enough to the bag. He's got to be covering it, and he was.
Yeah, he's a solid 5 feet off the bag, easy there.
More than 5. He's still standing in the exact position he caught it, so you can see kind of where he's at. Like, he hasn't moved from the position he caught it at. So is that close enough to warrant it or not? They didn't call it initially. Drew Lawrence was upset.
I don't think he's going to get the call he's looking for. But as it stands, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th, Riverside Field, 2 on. It's Goki at second. It's Fieser at first. They both reached on singles out to left. And now Liam Villanueva here at the plate. He's looking to bunt and just misses that one. So now 2 strikes on Liam. And that, once again, Tehl, I would say usually that'd take away the bunt attempt. But we've seen just last inning, Caden Hunoff lay down a bunt with 2 strikes over to the pitcher, like I said, just last inning. So maybe that doesn't take it away here. We'll see what Yankton wants to do. The 1-2. Clemens, this will be his last batter, by the way. Bunt attempt is unsuccessful, and that'll be a strikeout here on Villanueva. So now with that, 1 out, 2 on, and that'll do it for McClemens here today. So it's Yankton 1, it's Watertown 1. Yankton looking to walk it off. It's Jackson Kudera coming up here. We'll take a quick break, 90 seconds here on KYNT, KYNT-V. I'm Josh Boelter. We'll be back in just 90 seconds here from Riverside Field.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Life doesn't slow down for injuries, and neither should your care. With Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-In Care, you can be seen quickly, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. No referrals, no long waits, just experienced, highly trained surgeons ready to help you heal and get back to what you love. And because we live right here in Yankton, your care stays close to home. I'm Dr. Jeremy Kudera, orthopedic surgeon with Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team, and we're here for you.
Buying your first home? That's a big moment. A happy, feel-good, when's the housewarming party moment. When you're ready to look for a home, start with a local FNBO mortgage lender. We're here to answer questions, personalize the experience, and share our expertise so you can focus on your search. Start your application and get pre-qualified now at fnbo.com. Your mortgage moment is just around the corner, and FNBO will be there every step. Visit our nearest branch or go to fnbo.com. FNBO is an equal housing lender.
So bottom of the 7th here on KYNT, KYN-TV. We got a pitching change. It's Marcus Pitkin out there here with 2 on and 1 out in a tie game in the bottom of the 7th. Jackson Kudera at the plate. Tehl. Lone RBI for this Yankton team is from Kudera. He had an RBI single in the 5th. Now looking to be the hero. Here's that one. Low and outside.
Yankton is one good swing away from finishing this one. Pitkin is the man to try to prevent that and send us to extra innings.
Once again, Kudera at the plate. 7 hits for Yankton today to Watertown's 5. That one down. Now Pitkin down 2-0. Obviously, as you can see here, has some heat on his fastball, but struggling to find the zone here these first couple pitches. That one inside for a ball. Now 3-0 on Kudera and in danger of walking the bases loaded.
Yeah, 3 straight. That is not the situation you want to be in. A 4-pitch walk here to load the bases in this situation would be a killer.
Here's the 3-0 to Kudra, given the signal not to swing at that, obviously, with the 3-0 count. He'll take a strike.
Yeah, found the zone there. That's a good thing for Pitkin. Got to get back in the zone here.
Here's the 3-1, 1 out, 2 on, low,
there it is.
For a ball, and now Yankton, the game-winning run just 90 feet away from home plate. And up for Yankton will be Tate Bestie, a chance to be the hero here tonight. And now, obviously, for Watertown, you're hoping for a ground ball, or as they're playing here, the whole infield sneaking in, they're kind of selling out to try to get a ground ball and make a throw to home.
There might be a change here. The Watertown coach is coming out to talk with everybody. They might be making a little bit of a change here.
Well, I heard him say, I want to go talk to him.
Yeah. And he came out and showed the official something on his clipboard first, like he might have been changing a position. I'm not sure.
Well, they are signaling the left fielder Hansen to come in. I don't know if maybe they're just coming over a strategy or what, but you don't really, I've never seen that where you have to go up to the umpire and say, I want to go talk to my pitcher.
Well, what's happening is they're making a shift.
Right, yeah,
so
no, I got
it's
that.
It's looking like the center fielder is going to be moving left. They just motioned him to go out there. I wonder if they're going to roll with 2 outfielders and bring in an extra infielder.
Which is possible, but once again, I don't think you have to tell the umpire that you're going to go talk to your team, but he did that nonetheless, and that's what's happening here. So we'll see. Here's Hansen's switching gloves. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to see Hansen play on the infield here. Obviously selling out, kind of very similar situation to like in hockey where you see an empty net with a minute or 2 left.
Yeah, that's definitely a risk, though, because only 2 outfielders now covering all that green grass. Any good contact to an open area, it's going to fall, and that will end the game.
So 5
infielders
here. Anything the outfield probably ends the game, or a walk for Tate Bessie. Wild pitch could do it too. It's Yankton looking to walk this one off here in sweet pool play in the Lewis and Clark Classic. Pick in the pitch over to Goki, or over to third. Bestie hits that one, it's past, and he walks it off as Goki's gonna score. Yankton wins this one 2-1 here to sweep pool play. Let's get a look at that replay here on Vision Care Associates. Once again, Tate Bestie, your hero here tonight, as he hits this one past third. Bestie with the hit for the win. Here you can see it on KYNT, KYNTV, as Goki comes around to score. And Yankton, a perfect 4-0 here in pool play in the Lewis and Clark Classic. How about that, Tehl Tanner?
That was incredible. You love seeing it. Two teams that were just going at it the entire time. We were scoreless through 4. Each team puts up a run in the 5th. Bottom of the 7th inning, Yankton walks it off late in the final day of the pool play in the Lewis and Clark Classic. They have punched their ticket. 4-0, Yankton goes in pool play, going on to Sunday.
Yeah, going on to Sunday here, 4-0, and a hot weekend for Post 12 once again as they win 2 walk-offs this weekend as well. One in the first game, and then cap it. Storybook-wise, it's Tate Bestie, the hero. Here today, ball just gets past the third baseman's glove, and Yankton wins 2-1 in a pitcher's duel here to go 4-0 in pool play. When we come back, we're going to talk it all over, look at all the numbers, and get a post-game interview with Coach Drew Lawrence here on KYNT, KYNTV. But as it stands, Yankton wins this game 2-1 over Watertown in the 7th. I'm Josh Boelter for Tehl Tanner, KYNT, KYNTV. We'll be back in a couple minutes here with your post-game report.
In Yankton, community means everything, and at Wilson Trailer, it's the heart of what they do. They're more than manufacturers, they're your neighbors. From sponsoring the Bucks and Gazelles to supporting the next generation of farmers and builders, they're proud to give back to the place they call home. For over a century, Wilson Trailer has stood strong, steady, and rooted in community. Because when Yankton thrives, we all move forward. Wilson Trailer in Yankton. Learn more at wilsontrailer.com. Vantage.com.
Are you on track to retire? I'm Adam Waelter, a certified financial planner with Vantage Financial, born and raised in Yankton, South Dakota. My team and I pride ourselves on building trust through clear, honest advice tailored to your unique goals. From retirement planning to smart tax strategies, we'll create a personalized plan to help you feel confident and secure about your financial future. Visit vfplanning.com or search Adam Waelter Vantage Financial to schedule a 15-minute call today.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
Have a craving for wings or delicious burgers or pivo fries? Come sink your teeth into the mouth-watering burgers and wings at Checkers Sports Bar and Grill in Yankton. With a menu that's flavor frenzy, there's something for every fan. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head down to Checkers. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite spot for food, friends, and sports. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Your game days belong at Checkers.
Need custom clothing for your team, fundraiser, business, or event? Let JJ Benji's make it easy. Forget about taking orders, collecting money, and handing out shirts yourself. JJ Benji's handles everything for you. They create a custom online store with the merchandise you want to offer. Items are ordered and paid for online, and JJ Benji's ships the items directly to them. All you have to do is share the link or QR code. That's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton to learn more about it.
Welcome in here on your post-game report brought to you by the Move Group serving Yankton, Vermilion, Sioux Falls, and Northeast Nebraska. A thrilling one here in the Lewis and Clark Classic as Yankton walks it off here over Watertown to sweep pool play. And with that, we welcome in Yankton's coach here, head coach Drew Lawrence. Coach, a thrilling one here that came down to the end.
It was a fun game.
Yep. Sorry about that.
It was a fun game. I told the players after the game, that's sweet for two reasons. That's the team that beat you in the semifinals of the high school state tournament. And two is that felt like a state tournament type game. That's the type of game that state tournaments are for the Legion. And we're going to play these guys in the state. Like they're a really good team, and they have really good pitching staff, and they have really good batters. And then the game was back and forth, and we just found a way to win. I mean, that was just willing our way to win, finding a way to do it. They score a run, and then we come right back and score another one. They had a lot of people on base, and we were able to get out of it. And obviously Samuel and Beck did a really good job.
And now walk me through that moment in the fifth inning. Obviously, you guys give up the run on the double, but then come right back, 2 out, clutch hitting there from Jackson Cooter in a big spot to tie it back up.
Yeah, us giving up that run is my fault. I didn't trust myself on what I thought. I was going to just walk him so that we could get to the next guy because Pitkin's probably their best player. And I decided not to, and that ended up being a mistake, so I didn't feel good about that. And then, Jackson being able to, and he didn't hit that ball hard, but it's good that he didn't because we've hit McClemens a couple times now, and we've hit some balls hard at the state tournament. And today the wind was blowing in, and so it was almost good that he kind of blooped it in there, and we tied the game. And, and once that happens, you tie it 1-1. It's just reset, and we go back to playing the way we were playing defensively.
And we'll get to that 7th inning here in a minute, obviously, with the walk-off. But walk me through, as a coach, what's it like managing a game like that where you have 2 guys on the mound who are really, really good, and it's kind of a pitcher's duel back and forth there. How do you manage a game like that and kind of keep things in front of you?
Well, it's easy to manage Samuel. You just kind of let him do his thing, right? they had more traffic than Samuel's probably used to, as far as a lot of people on base. So we did have to manage a lot of that. But, I mean, you're essentially trying – you thinking you can't give up a run. It was early in the game, and I think we had the infield in. I don't remember what inning that was, second, third inning. And we brought the infield in. And we were thinking, one run might win this thing with these pitchers. So credit to Samuel, credit to Beck, credit to Caden Hunoff, who had to come in and catch today. And credit to their pitcher, McClemens. I mean, he threw a really good game.
Yeah. And then with that, now let's go to the seventh. Bases loaded. They bring in an extra infielder there, trying to not let anything pass and obviously get the lead runner at home there. But Tate with a nice piece of hitting there down the third base line to seal this one. Just talk about that moment.
Yeah, I mean, bases loaded there. That Coach Neal did exactly what I would have done and have done in the past. And you bring five infielders in so that you can kind of cut the gap. So we got a little bit lucky there because that guy could have made that play and didn't. But at that point, you have so many options to win the game, and we just found a way to do that.
Yeah, and then with that, looking forward to tomorrow. Once again, we don't have official times or anything like that, but you guys are back at it tomorrow going 4-0 in pool play. First off, talk about being able to do that here at the Lewis and Clark Classic, but then tomorrow's action as well.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, up until the game started, it was all Lewis and Clark. And when that game started, I completely forgot that we were in the Lewis and Clark tournament. Like, because it was a Class A game that counts for power points. We want to win it. I totally spaced that off. And I was talking to the players, and I said, talking about this win and this game. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we're playing tomorrow, too. So, we got the team set. It's Yankton, Sioux Falls West, Seward, and Madison. So it's going to be fun. It's 4 really good ball teams. I don't know. We went 4-0. I think Seward went 4-0. Madison went 3-1, and I think West went 4-0. So you got a lot of teams that didn't lose any games, or maybe just lost one, which is what you get when you get out of pool play. So the competition is going to be good, and we're going to be ready for it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll be here on the call tomorrow for the Yankton games and as far as they go in this classic. So we'll be here tomorrow. Coach, we appreciate the time as always. Go enjoy this one.
I will. Thank you.
All right, that is your post-game interview with Coach Drew Lawrence, brought to you by State Farm agent Rhonda Westland. I'm Josh Boelter. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with the rest of your post-game recap here on KYNT, KYN TV. Yankton wins in a walk-off, 2-1 over Watertown. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
I'm Colby Cookta, one of your Yankton Edward Jones financial advisors. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles on KYNT.
Call 605-653-4860 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
I'm Colby Cookta, financial advisor Edward Jones Yankton, member SIPC.
At Mount Marty University, students get real support and real opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm a business major at Mount Marty University. The professors here at Mount Marty are just amazing. They're very good about supporting me through future internships and jobs that they try and line me up with, and they also provide real life experiences in the classroom through projects and speakers and things like that.
Start your journey online at mountmarty.edu.
Did you ever hear that termites only swarm to feed and mate during the springtime? Well, that's just a myth. Here's the fact. While they do swarm to mate in the spring, termites eat wood 24/7 year-round. In fact, termites cause an average of $5 billion in property damage every year, and that's no myth. A pest professional is your best defense against the devastation rodents, termites, roaches, and ants can cause to your home and family.
Olson Pest Technicians, 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury, check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet. From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Welcome back here on your post-game report, brought to you by the Move Group. We're going to go ahead and take a look at your stat recap here on KYNT, KYN TV. We just caught up with head coach Drew Lawrence in this one. Taking a look at some of the numbers for Yankton. 2 hits from Sam Goki, 2 hits from from Easton Feeser, Jackson Cooter with a hit and an RBI and a walk as well. With that, as my stats decide to refresh halfway through, Simon Kampshoff with 2 hits as well. Pitching-wise for Yankton, Sam Goki, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts on the day as well. Pitkin had 2 hits, including an RBI double for Watertown, and Busker with a couple hits as well. Everson with a hit. He later came around to score. Rabine also walked twice. McClemens got the start today. He went 6 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts in that game. So that is your stat recap brought to you by Mayor Signs. They offer all types of signs, including exterior, interior signage, fleet wraps, digital signs, and much more. Mayor Signs, consider the possibilities on 4th of Broadway in Yankton. Talk about your out-of-town scoreboard here. We'll take a quick look at the Legion recaps. Once again, you just heard it from Coach Drew Lawrence there. Looking at the Vermilion pool coming out of that side, it'll be Sioux Falls West. In the Crofton side of things, Madison, and then the Hardington pool will be Seward. So those will be your teams tomorrow. It'll be Seward, it will be Madison, it'll be Sioux Falls West, and it'll be Yankton here at Riverside Field. And we did get confirmation from Coach Drew Lawrence. That'll be a 1 p.m. first pitch tomorrow. So we'll have that for you. We'll be live at 12:30. It'll be myself and Braden Butler on the call for that one. And we'll have the rest of the Yankton side of this thing as they continue on. And that was your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by MT and RC Smith Insurance, an independent insurance agency offering you a variety of products for your individual, family, and business needs. 204 West 4th Street, Yankton, or call 665-3611. It's time to name your players of the game here on KYNT, KYN TV, starting with your offensive player of the game, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. We're going to go ahead and give this one today to Sam Goki at the plate. You look at it here. He went 2 for 4, 2 hits and a strikeout. Played well today once again. And actually, as we say that, once again, really did well today. Your hustler of the game, once again, brought to you here today, this afternoon. We're going to give that to Tate Bestie. He had an RBI, beat out a throw in error, and then eventually had the game-winning hit as well. And then your defensive player of the game, brought to you by Olson Pest Technicians, your residential commercial pest control solution. Call 1-800-KIL Bugs. Defensive player of the game, we're going to go ahead and give this one to Beck Reich, and made a lot of great plays at shortstop today and came in and shut things down in that 7th inning as well, as Yankton moves on to Championship Sunday tomorrow. We did get that confirmed from Coach Drew Lawrence. They're going to have first pitch tomorrow at 1 o'clock here at Riverside Field. We'll figure out if they face either Sioux Falls West, Madison, or potentially Seward as well, as we find out tomorrow. But once again, that is going to do it for today, as Yankton walks away with a victory here, 2-1, and an exciting walk-off victory in Class A action, as well as the Lewis and Clark Classic here over Watertown, 2-1. For Tehl Tanner, I'm Josh Boelter. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys all afternoon. We'll do it again tomorrow. Once again, it'll be a 1 p.m. first pitch as Tehl Tanner's back. Tehl, before we go here, and I kind of plug what we got tomorrow, do you got any final thoughts on today? You're too.
I
That's
think that
right.
I'm tired. I just ran out to center field and I grabbed that camera and ran back. No, thoughts on today? It's fun. It's fun being part of the Lewis and Clark Classic. I know Braden Butler is going to be back here tomorrow. You and he going back to doing your usual 1-2 for the Sunday games, which will be fun. There's going to be a couple of those that should be really fun. And wish you 2 luck in those. I want to thank you, Josh, for getting on the mic with me. I think it was last spring, the last time we had a chance to do this baseball season in the college year last year. So it was fun getting back and talking Wild Hogs and baseball with you.
Yes.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, it was. And thanks for joining us, Tehl. We appreciate you hanging out with us this afternoon and joining us for a thrilling game between Yankton and Watertown as Yankton walks it off 2-1. Once again, we will be back tomorrow with Championship Sunday. Yankton plays at 1 o'clock. That's 12:30 first pitch tomorrow, or 12:30 pregame tomorrow here on KYNT, KYN TV. For Tehl Tanner, and of course our board guy back at the studio, Cash McDonald, our Popeyes extraordinaire over there. That's an inside joke that only him and I will get, but that's okay. Once again, we thank you for joining us. Yankton wins in walk-off fashion, 2-1. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to Yankton Athletics on KYNT, a Riverfront sports property and Yankton's home team. Be sure to subscribe to the KYN TV YouTube page and hit the notification bell so you never miss the action. You can also